Morning, everybody. Good morning to you, Glow 93.9 FM. 25 minutes gone past the 11 o'clock hour. I told you exactly to set your time, and if you listen to me, you would be on time. I told you to set your timer for 160 seconds in 2 minutes, and I was right on it. In 2 minutes. So good morning to everybody. It is that good morning tea here. Oh, you can't see us yet. Oh, sorry, people. I didn't turn the thing on. My apologies. That's Delton. That's Vera. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Glow 93.9 FM. Welcome to that good morning tea. DGMT is in the house. It's in the building. It's in the studio. It's in the place. And on the host. In the places of the things you do things. We are here. How is everybody this morning? Everybody's good? Yo, come on in. Come on in. You can close the door. I'll take you off the camera if you can close the door. Go ahead, close the door. What's happening? Something's happening. Something happening in my house. Okay. At stream. Wow. Oh, that's a whole lot. Y'all come on in the room, say good morning, y'all. Anybody typing good morning? No one saying nothing on the situation, so I don't know if anybody here.
I'm sharing. I'm right here.
So share it. I'm sharing it. To all those who that share it. I don't think my wife knew I'm on the radio. She sent me voice notes and a video.
The other day he was going to the studio. Judy said, yeah.
I don't think she really believed me that I was going to have a show today.
I mean, because you were online, and I don't know how you were online.
So I don't think she really believed that I was there. But good morning, everybody. To those in Facebook land and to those on radio land, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the freshest wave of glory to hit the Bahamas and the favorite gospel station of Christians all around the world, Glow 93.9 FM. We are international. We are. And so to those locked in on via TuneIn Radio, all our South Floridians and our Ghanaians and our UKians and Jamaicans, and to all of you that are locked in, good morning to you. Share the page, share it. In the words of one Prophet Lawrence Road, share it, faces. I try to share it now to people. Oh, I know what that is. No clue that is. So,
I don't know where to start.
So, I think that's it now. Yeah, that's the link. Morning, Mose Darville. Our producers in the building. Just not in the booth. Not in the booth.
She's here, but she's not here. But let me not talk back.
Oh, Yasmin said she can't hear. Is that true? Oh, I didn't check the Facebook thingy. This is
can't hear. Like it's quiet or it's just not. No, there's no sound.
I don't know. Yasmin, check. Yo, man, my thing working. I didn't touch you, Yasmin. Yasmin might want to check your computer.
Oh, yeah, this is like when the kids say, "Miss, I can't hear you."
You lagging.
You lagging.
You lagging, Miss Newbold. It's Newbold. You lagging.
And Miss Newbold realized, oh, guys, I was on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute. I think you might.
Sorry, guys.
Take yourself off mute, Yasmin. You've been doing virtual school now for a while. You got to know how to take yourself off mute. So I think Yasmin's on mute.
I saw a tweet about a guy who's he tweeted his conversation. So basically, he was in a meeting. He muted himself and answered this call and told his friend how he was in a meeting and these people don't respect him because they hear talking foolishness, blah. Then the manager say, so and so you need to mute your mic. I was like, this is not still happening in 2021. I triple check, quadruple check. I don't breathe loudly if I am not looking at the mute sign on. I don't trust my phone.
Oh, listen to me.
I don't trust Zoom. I don't trust you.
Before
Before I
anything
do
is said,
anything.
anything is said, must make sure. Double check.
What?
Check and
Triple
check. All right, good.
check.
And then say
yeah.
hello. Hello?
Like the
Hello?
other, okay.
Hello?
Like
All
the
right.
other day, I wanted to vent about my students on my WhatsApp during the lesson. Oh, I triple checked that, double check, quadruple check. Then once I said, Miss Wilson, I said, shh, I've been nabbed. But they were asking me yet another question. So it was okay, guys.
So good morning, everybody. To those on my personal page, Franklin's on my personal page. Minister Keith Scott say Vera inspired music today. The little music in the background. Yeah, that's Vera inspired.
Even I guess playing it in my absence. Maybe he was playing music to summon me from where I
Yeah,
was.
because this morning Vera decided to be a little late. It's fine though.
Did I decide to be a little late? Or was just a little late who I am?
Apparently.
Is it just who I am? But I'm glad to be here today.
Glad to be in the house of the Lord amongst
At
the
any
saints.
cost. At any cost. Good morning to all those who are online. The people on your personal page, shouldn't you like direct them to the other page?
Yeah, so persons
comments,
on the personal page.
comments.
If you can go over to Glory 93.9 FM's page and comment there so we can, when you interact with us, we can put it on the screen. Because we have Michelle Hayes is here, all the way from North Carolina. Come on and raise
how
up.
are ya? Michelle, I don't think we're friends on Facebook. We gotta fix that.
Yeah, so Michelle Hayes here, all the way from North Carolina. Franklin is here. Good morning, Franklin. Deborah Delafo is here. A pleasant morning to you both.
Morning. Oh, I'm excited now. I feel
the
excitement.
We got a good quorum to start the show. we now have a quorum.
I know people who use that word in like conversation. Like it was used this week. I was like, really?
We have a quorum. Oh man, we definitely have a quorum now. We have Mary Lightborn Walker.
What? All the big.
That's all we need. That's all we needed. We done. Let's start the show. Dion Nan, good morning, Dion. Don't leave say nine.
Dion Nan, I think you and I are now Facebook friends. I don't know you like that, but okay. Hey, what you saying?
You know me that.
Plenty mutual friends.
So yeah, that's enough. That's enough for a quorum.
Let's go. Let's do this. Good morning. Good morning. Just about good morning to everybody.
Yeah,
how have our weeks been?
It's been a good week so far.
Okay, Delton's going straight in. Let's go.
It's been a good week. I don't
say so far. I mean, it's pretty much over.
That's me.
You can seal it. You can lock it in.
The last time we did a show, remember a couple weeks ago, we did a show. He's like, it's a good week so far. And then that evening, all hell broke loose. And that evening, all hell broke loose.
Oh, you don't mean like it's been a personal good week. You mean like generally we've been behaving.
Generally,
like we haven't done anything.
We've been okay.
Okay.
We're still on lockdown.
Yeah.
Not lockdown. It's curfew. It's not lockdown anymore.
Again.
It's still 10 o'clock. That hasn't changed. Lakers looking good. So he's feeling. Listen to me, Don.
Who's looking good?
The Lakers in 5, Don. Basketball. Sorry, NBA. The American sport.
I mean, I watched the Super Bowl the other day.
You did?
I did. Like I watched it from the beginning to the end.
Did you understand anything?
By multitasking, I learned a fair bit by observation.
Enough to watch it again.
Enough to watch the next Super Bowl.
No, another game. No, another game. That's
absolutely unnecessary for me to engage in anything. However, I watched it enough to be like, okay, I
understand what's
happening. Like the running,
throwing,
and the throwing, and the scoring of points.
It was a good Super Bowl. Super Bowl was good.
Was it? People say it wasn't. I mean, they say it wasn't very competitive.
It wasn't competitive. However, the other team that won, they totally destroyed that team. And it was I picked of just my students had said to me, Miss Wilson, which team are you supporting for the Super Bowl? I said, well, of course, I don't know anything about it. What are the Manchester?
What are the Manchester United?
Manchester.
Chelsea. What are the names of these teams? So they were like, okay, there's the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And what's the next one? Chiefs, right?
Kansas City Chiefs.
And I said, well, as a child of God, I'm a Chief. You understand? I'm not a Buccaneer. Buccaneers were like, they used to steal, right? They're the pirates that used to steal and things. So I was like, no, I'm going to pick the Chiefs because they just sound better. But then on the actual day, because you're watch the Super Bowl for 3 hours before the Super Bowl actually begins. And all of the back and forth and the videos and like the flashbacks. And I was like, no, I like the other team.
You like Bucks?
I like the Tom Brady guy.
Tom Brady guy?
I like him because he's old.
Very old.
I'm picking, I just like, I feel, So I picked the old guy and I feel like I picked right.
Now you picked right.
If I was a betting woman.
You definitely picked right. Jody Ann says, catch me, AFC and NFC championships and Super Bowl.
What is AFC?
That's the two teams that get together. One is from the AFC, one is from the NFC.
What's the difference?
There's like the different, like they split the American map.
It's like a league.
Yeah, the different. It's done like different divisions.
But just different parts of the country.
The U.S.
That makes.
So they have their championships to figure out who comes to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So they have that there.
Oh, that's how they decide. I wondered.
So they have those stuff. Good morning, Donicia. Donicia is here.
Donicia, who chased me into the studio. Okay. Hi, Donicia.
The halftime show, though. Did you see the halftime show?
I did see the halftime show.
I posted that I prefer the weekend's music definitely on radio. I don't. That's to me.
I don't think he did a bad job though. I think he performed his song.
It wasn't good.
But I feel like he was singing live. That's.
I didn't like it. Producer, morning producer.
Hey.
Producers here in the room. Hey, all right, producers here.
I just feel like, was he lip syncing? No.
I don't know.
I don't think he was.
I didn't care for it. It was just.
And then I feel like once you're not lip syncing, success.
It was too much. And then in the room with the lights, where the cameraman was just getting
that's made a meme though. That's gonna be a meme forever. If ever you need to look for something,
it was like when you leave your keys in the club and go back in trying to find it, and you just looking around and the lights just flashing.
Keys in the club. I love it. I love it.
It was just too much. I mean, no, I don't say they should have called D2K.
D2. Let me see it. Because the rest of us still looking for where D2K are.
Yeah, no, they got no D2K. The atmosphere of the shift. They can play. They'll be play ball no more. The game will start.
No ball. No more.
Bishop with the field of power in left hand.
I like the little America.
Not the beginning.
The brave, the great. Which one is it?
America? The beautiful.
The beautiful. Oh, beautiful.
America,
you know why I know
America.
That's Kirk Franklin taught me that song. That album where he starts. Yeah.
Not the beginning.
I'm a good church girl. That's the only way I'm gonna know that.
The beginning.
The beginning. Loved it.
Shout outs to her.
Why is she called that?
That's like one of the most weirdest names ever.
I appreciate her talent though.
Oh, very talented.
Appreciate her talent.
Jazzy.
When I saw Jazzy and the country guy, I was like, this about to be lit.
Jazzy is Jazzy. Jazzy's gonna do
you call into the souls of everybody in this nation.
So Jazzy
if you don't like soul, you like country. One or the other.
So we got America.
That was a nice.
They had America covered.
There was a very clear message or a clear theme of bringing the country together.
Yeah, definitely.
Throughout. Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so shout out to the Super Bowl. So to all those who are there are maybe about 2 Buccaneers fans that I knew, like ever in history of football that are Bahamians.
Are they really fans?
Until the old guy went there.
And then they moved?
Then they moved to the Buccaneers. Because the old guy used to be with New England Patriots.
You're going to give me the history of the sport?
No, he used to be the other team. And so he was winning over there.
Right. And there was another old guy that he brought with him who was in retirement. See, I was listening. You had it.
I was
paying attention, you know.
Gronkowski is his name.
Oh.
Gronk. Yeah. So it's Tom and Gronk.
We like it.
Tom and Gronk came over.
Just check on down.
Yeah, I think it did. Let me see what's happening here.
Oh, someone calling the line already.
Oh boy. No, I got a post. Person just sent me this YouTube clip, sir. Are you available next week Saturday at about 11:30 or so?
Listen to me. I want you to know, me and Delton come into the studio on a Saturday with very minimal direction.
Yeah.
Always pops
up. Always comes
because
up.
we have a special guest potentially and a hot topic YouTube video to watch.
A YouTube video to send. Well, the title of the video, what they secretly told us during the Super Bowl halftime show. I think I'll take a commercial break because I want to see what's out. I want to see exactly what they're trying to tell us.
So no, we start off by saying, how was your week? That's where we started.
Yeah.
That's where we started. How was your week? And of course, for some people, the week begins on Sunday. So naturally, we had to start with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This week has been ultimately, let me not say uneventful, because that would imply I've been watching the news and know what events have transpired.
We had some events. So some events did happen. You have weddings every Saturday this month. All right, so we'll shoot for March. We'll shoot for March.
Because the people say, makes sense though. The people say we've been on lockdown.
Yeah.
We get this little piece of freedom. Let's get these weddings in.
Yeah, might as well get the weddings in.
Even though I'm very pro COVID-19 wedding.
Listen to me.
Like I was almost wishing I was engaged.
Julianne, if I had a chance, listen to me. You don't know that? Because I would have had a wedding of about 6
and
to
my
7
wedding
people.
would have been beautiful.
Oh, listen.
That wedding of 6 to 7 people?
Going all out. So for those who have weddings in this time, people like making noise and like they still want to have big weddings. Like, why?
I have friends and This is one of my unpopular opinions. What are you waiting for?
Because
right. Should I say it?
Go ahead.
DGMT.
It's Valentine's Day. Go ahead.
This is how I feel.
It's Valentine's Day.
This is how I feel.
Talk about love.
I feel like if you are like me, you are a young, single Christian woman, and you find a man you want to marry, and you late 20s, early 30s, or even a little bit older than the early 30s, and you plan to get married in 2020, and the thing didn't go down. What are you waiting for? The only reason I can imagine you would still be waiting is because you ain't really waiting.
Yeah, you're waiting.
You ain't waiting.
Happy.
You living like you're married. That's the only reason I can see for people to be holding. People who are young, single, and Christian. Not everybody.
No.
If it was me, I couldn't. No. As soon as they say Corona, wedding canceled, we go into the registry. We go into we can have a party later on.
So you said I can't have a lot of people. Like, oh man. Okay.
But like, I have two friends, and I
okay,
just
then.
spoke about them the other day to another friend that they haven't gone to registry. They're still not married, but they got engaged in like 2019, and they planned to get married. I think it was like maybe November 2020, and they are not married. Not that they didn't have a wedding. They are not married. What? Oh my God.
So what
Listen, when the Right Honorable Prime Minister say on March the 16th, COVID-19, I was probably going to move my wedding up. I was going to move that up. I was going to move it up because we're not planning for a big wedding anymore.
No.
It may or may not happen.
There's no reception.
I was going to move that up. Reception is what we're saving the money. We're trying to organize the vibe. Move that up. April 16th, a month later, I would have been married. So when you see me walking into a house with a man, y'all wouldn't say I'm shacking up because I would have been what?
married.
So in my head, I feel like, are we just not waiting anymore? Are we just not like that sanctity, saving ourselves for it? Do we just not do it anymore? Because it feels like just on the whole, we don't do it anymore. No one's really asking any questions.
Man, this topic is
that's just the way
this topic we're doing now.
I mean, this is something I've genuinely, because I'm starting to feel like people back in the day, if you were shacking up, you would hide it, or if you were sleeping with your significant other before you were married with them, you'd try to be a little shame.
Try to be inconspicuous.
Ain't no shame now.
No.
It's kind of like, well, we're just doing it, and
there was a time
we're going hard in the paint for Jesus.
We had a conversation one time at an event, and someone was like, so you're trying to tell me people ain't having sex? It's like, it's 2019. What year was it? It was like 2018. Like in 2018, you're trying to tell me like celibacy is still a thing? Like,
yeah.
What? It's like, no. Like,
I was present at this event.
Let's not fake here, and let's not act like we don't know what's happening.
And this was a Christian event.
Yeah, like y'all know what's happening.
We'll have you know.
Don't say testing the waters. It's called testing the. And that is a thing that I've heard men who profess Christianity have said. That you
say men. I'm speaking for women. I'm not even talking for men. I don't even know what y'all doing.
But
I know women we're not even faking it anymore. I just wanted to know, like, when was the memo sent out? When were the new pages added to the Bible? Just so I could know how to conduct myself going forward.
For the new pages of the Bible. No, it's the whole thing of like waiting has gone away with.
But what's her name said? Juanita said, but I don't mind waiting.
On the Lord, she said. Juanita said, you
can trust him better.
I don't mind waiting on the Lord. However, I got a little thing. While I wait on the Lord, I can need a little thing. I'm becoming more and more aware. Yeah, because I was talking to my friend. I was like, so wait, are we all going to pretend that we aren't we all grew up loving Jesus together, apparently following the same principles at the time.
And now it's kind of like, I know you are, I am. And this is, and let me not, listen, we busting this kind of worms wide open. This applies to, like, and I'm talking about things I have no understanding of. How do the rules apply to older people who maybe have been married and are no longer married? Is it kind of like, well, I tried that, didn't work. So
I live my best life.
I kind of feel like that's another thing we're not talking about, but it's very, very evident.
The older saints?
All around. The older saints. And I talking to some of these older saints. Like,
I don't
having a little boyfriend and things. It's like,
I know Julianne. I was like,
you're
Julianne, if I
just
God forbid Julianne died before me, and like I'm still like young.
doesn't
I was like, I probably can get sit down on the train.
That's what you say? You're gonna get sit down? But Delton, just get married.
And,
Again.
I mean, I did it already. I was married.
And
and I think that's
that reality is
like,
the reality. So it's just like,
I'm done.
Do we just not talk about these things? Like, do the rules only apply like in the ideal situation when there's no corona and there's not been a previous marriage? I mean, inquiring minds want to know.
I don't know. So
how we get here? What was I talking about?
We was talking about Valentine's Day.
No, we weren't. Talking about weddings.
Talking about weddings.
How do we get to weddings?
And we was talking about, I don't remember. No, Pastor Mara, so you have weddings. That's why.
And I was saying all the people who held up in 2020
that's why.
Trying to get married right here in Febs.
So there's a lot.
Because they hear new strain is moving across the world. And who knows what March the 16th, 2021 is going to hold for us.
There are a lot of little hidden messages inside this Super Bowl situation.
Like bad hidden messages?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I can send the video too. So I think we can't talk about this today because we have to sit down and analyze this and come back.
I know how I feel about that.
And come back with the report. Because
is it really, or is someone just doing the most?
A conspiracy theorist?
Right.
I mean, I know there are people that sit down and do that. Like, especially for that Beyonce, anything Beyonce does, like automatically.
But I think you should. I think for Beyonce it makes sense.
So I don't know. So anyway, we'll put this on the shelf. We put a pin right here. I can send this video to you.
Okay, so I got to do my research.
So we do some research for next week's show.
Okay. Okay.
So y'all hold the topics of the halftime show of the Super Bowl, and then we'll talk about this on next week. Speaking of Super Bowl, I just say if they ever run out of person, I post a flyer singing Profit Launch Roll and sing it out. You can't lose.
A verse, one little verses.
Anything got to be verses. Let them sing. Let's go there. Like I can't imagine the excitement Prophet would have all the people around.
I don't think what I think is you'll find this Prophet will be exactly the same.
Not
in a studio of one person, in a crowd of 1,000, in a crowd of
in a stadium of
on a
40,000.
It doesn't make a difference.
He's still gonna fall on the floor.
It's gonna be well with his soul, the same way it's always been. With his soul.
Donald says Beyonce went dark a little while.
She went dark. She come out.
Hey.
She come out.
Get some more y'all comments in there. So one, everybody. Stephanie was here saying good morning.
Good morning.
Donicia was here saying hi, Vera, and hi, Delton. Franklin don't watch the Super Bowl because he don't understand it, so he didn't watch football.
Franklin, I educated myself. Honestly, I mean, you just watch it. They gotta run with the ball.
Take the ball, run, and then if you don't get all the way, it's okay because you moved a little bit, and you get a chance to try again.
Okay, try again. From the top, guys. From the top. Run it again.
The Happy Sabbath. Yeah, 20 people max. Tony said he's crazy. I'm wishing it was 2019. Plenty money, plenty reason to not invite people. Talking about the whole wedding situation.
My comments won't update. I don't know what we're talking about.
So what page you on? You on Glory page or you on my personal page? Let me try my personal page real quick. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, I can say it was not performance heavy. Good job, Vera. Vera comes in there hot with the phone.
Very loud. Sorry,
Elite is here. Good morning, Elite. All the way in South Florida. Good morning.
Hi, Auntie Elite. Who else is saying morning? I mean,
yeah, I would say we wanted a performance, not a rendition. I see he just was singing the songs for the Super Bowl halftime show.
From him, eh?
Yeah.
But then he had all the people with the mask and the lights and no way.
And the hidden messages apparently.
The hidden
one has here, two has one in has.
Honestly, yeah. I've never. Yeah. I mean, what? Okay, so when you say Super Bowl halftime shows, what are the ones that are the standard? When we think halftime shows, which ones make the standard?
Prince.
I don't know. Prince? I don't.
Bruno Mars.
Beyonce. I feel like I watched that one.
Those ones that. Of course, you have the Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson fiasco,
which was all intentional.
Of course.
Anyone who tells me she did that on purpose is.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Open your eyes.
That was all planned. I have no doubt in my mind.
Beyonce's done a halftime show before.
She did one. I think
that was the Formation one.
Yeah, when she did
Formation. I think I've watched that one. I think I've watched Bruno Mars.
There's been like a lot of good ones. To me, I mean, the Prince one to me. I
Was the
mean,
best?
because
I need to go
because of
watch
the
that.
because of the musician that I am, I always like Prince. Prince is an amazing musician. Bruno Mars. Love that
Yasmin
show.
said Beyonce too.
Yeah. So I think those are like that stood out, that stands out to me.
Do you know what? When I was watching it, I was thinking, okay, The Weeknd's he's a bit out there. Like when you think Beyonce, when you think Bruno Mars, those people who are like performers, who in this generation of musicians or of artists would pull it off?
We'll pull that off now.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, he's not great, but like, who could they have called instead? That's how I felt. I would have given a good performance. That hasn't gone already.
In this generation, that may exist now.
That's what I mean. This gen, who's left? Who's left?
That's true. I don't really know who are the good performers now.
Which performers are left?
In that whole.
Maybe I'm too old to be asking that.
I'll say it's not. I don't even know this. I don't know people now, so I don't even know. I just know TikTok people.
You just know TikTok people. Delton, I'm disappointed.
That's why I don't even know.
Knowing TikTok people.
I mean, it's the thing now. So I don't even know. I don't even know who are the top performers now that will like go out and be Justin Timberlake or
like give you a bit of pop and lock, give you a bit of smooth criminal,
so I don't know.
Give you a bit of formation. Like who's left?
I don't know. I
think they have many choices. That's how I feel.
So I guess that's how we got at The Weeknd.
So I was like, Weeknd, you're not great, but child, you do your best with what you got. That's how I felt. But honestly, watching it, I was just like, make it work. Give us a bit of face in the camera. Do what you have to do. You know. Run among those little zombie dancer people.
And other topics that has hit the news. Don't say you can't go wrong with some Barris. Don't say you can't go wrong with some Barris. Barris at the halftime show.
For the halftime show.
In a performance, though,
I feel like Barris for the wind down show.
Yeah, Barris right now,
for the after party.
Barris gotta be at least 85. Barris have to be at least 85 right now. So Barry can come on stage for the chair. So
Then I say after party, like sing the people as they leave the stadium, sing them off, sing them out.
So I don't know who at this stage now they're gonna call. Kirk Franklin, believe it or not,
he would have given you a revolution.
It would be a hot show, buddy. I don't know how much of the Conky Joes would like it, but we would definitely love it.
Conky Joes. I still very much disagree with that. So that
being okay.
I'm right.
It is what it is. So another news happening as we do our weekend review kind of housekeeping. Medicinal weed. Donald says legalized. Don't say the Saints be smoking.
It's now it.
It's in there.
It's done now.
It's in there. So how do we feel about that? As this is Glory 93.9 FM.
Oh gosh. And the disclaimer goes across the screen.
Hey, put that there. The views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of the management staff or sponsors of Glory 93.9 FM.
Medicinal weed has been legalized.
I don't think it's official yet, like official, but it's on its way.
I think it is official.
Is official?
I think so.
I know if the bill is being passed, yeah.
Okay.
I know the bill is being passed.
Okay. Medicinal weed means you can obtain it with a prescription.
With a prescription.
And in the form, have they established what form you will take it in? Like
I don't know the details. I don't think they've really put the details out there yet as relates to who.
Part of the reason why I don't talk about this issue is because in my mind,
you spoke a little weed. You're from Africa. You spoke a little weed.
Wow, because I'm from Africa, we smoke a little weed.
The leaves and healing the nation.
You're listening to this.
And so
anyway,
it grows to the ground.
One of the reasons is because in my mind, right? I think if they said, okay, it's legalized medically for you to smoke it for pain relief, right? I'd be like, man, smoking is bad. If you told me it would be in the form of a pill for you to swallow, I'd be like, that's fine. So my thing is, I don't think weed in and of itself, I don't think marijuana is inherently bad, right? I think it's the usage of it that makes it possibly problematic. Therefore, I need to see the deets. I need to see the long, the short, the up, the down. Does that make me a hypocrite? Maybe it does, but then there's a bigger question, like, do we have a problem with the way a thing looks? Like, because just smoking it don't look good.
No.
I don't care if you
Smoke get into your
I
lungs.
don't care if you have arthritis and I don't want to see you
Puff, puff,
Grammy.
pass.
I don't want to see you Grammy who's never smoked before. I don't want to see you picked up and put that to your lips. So however you swallow it in a pill, no problem. That's how I feel, if I'm being honest. But then that same feeling makes me feel like Vera really, like, do you really care?
I think for me, myself and I personally, I don't.
The Saints be smoking.
The Saints be smoking. I don't know if we necessarily need this law passed, because I am pretty sure marijuana is inside over-the-counter drugs already.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure there's some pills that have marijuana in it. There are pills that have cocaine and stuff inside it. Well, not cocaine, but in the actual form of cocaine. But I mean, the opiums and stuff like that. Like, these are in
I got you.
prescription drugs already.
Right.
So
maybe
why?
Maybe the measure of it, that would be the dosage of marijuana being an ingredient in a drug to being the main and the active or main ingredient.
The main ingredient
I
is
think
the issue.
They need some legal permissions to put that certain dosages of it in like sell or prescribe certain dosages of it.
Now, if I be honest, I'm with you also, and I don't understand exactly how weed even became an illegal substance. Meaning, like, in the true sense of the, like, this plant actually just grows.
Right.
I didn't put this here.
Right.
This isn't like something that I manufactured.
Right.
That I say, no, what, let me put these little chemicals together.
Right.
And this is going to
make
help
it
me
something.
out.
This is what it is.
I am pretty sure there are numerous plants
that if you smoke them,
if I take them,
right,
put them in the paper and smoke them,
right,
I'll probably get better results than weed.
In terms of
like the high experience,
right? Got you.
The helping the pain experience. What happens if I smoke Cersei? Do we know? We don't know. What happens if I go there and I grab a hibiscus and I roll a hibiscus and I smoke that?
We don't know. I'm sure someone out there knows.
I'm pretty sure someone has tried.
Someone knows.
Somebody has tried.
Some child somewhere say.
So to me, that's my inherent problem, is that this whole idea of this plant that I don't do anything to from God is illegal. That is my first problem that I have.
Delton, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready.
That's really my first issue with it.
Because now, you know me, I've been watching the Vikings, right? And I'm learning many life lessons, and I'm really having to question some of the things I know to be true. Damn brothers don't drink water. They don't drink water. They only drink alcohol.
Rough, hard.
But rough, hard in the sense that it's wheat, barley that has fermented. Mm-hmm. And again, it's like, this is just a product of nature as it is. Like, it grows, and if you leave it a certain way,
it gets a little stink.
It gets a little stink.
And it forms some alcohol content.
And you drink it, and whatever, it lends itself to having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm falling on the side of all things being lawful, but not necessarily expedient. That's where I'm at right now with all of this. I know. First of all, once you're not sober, it's a problem. I don't care where it came from. Yeah. Whether you made it, whether it's natural. Once it takes away your sobriety, as Christians, we have a problem with that. So there's no argument. But if you're going to give doses of marijuana that do not give, like, if docs say, Vera, for this issue you have, I'm going to prescribe you some marijuana. Doc, the marijuana can make me high? No, girl, not if you take it in this pill form.
And a smaller dosage.
Problem. So that's what I'm back to. It in it and of itself, it's not bad. It's not evil on its own.
I drink NyQuil.
Talk about it. Because you know some of these cold and flu things.
Listen, I drink NyQuil.
Talk about it, Delton.
Whether I'm sick or not.
Pull up. You've been hitting me with a lot of side swipes today. You take NyQuil even if you're not sick?
So, I mean, like,
fall asleep, eh? Like, so, if you want to go to sleep?
Yeah, no, if I feel like there's something, you know what? Let me just take a little. I don't measure. Just watch it back. And green, gotta be green NyQuil. Gotta be the red. The red one to me don't have much potency. So a green NyQuil.
That green NyQuil.
A green one. Listen to me. That's a blessing from God. And
I'm still on the fact that you take this when you're not sick.
That to me, that's one. It's alcohol, but it's once again, it's sold as medicine. I take it. I go to sleep.
You could have had a shot of rum and gone to sleep same way.
Could have had a shot of rum. But then as a Christian, I shouldn't be drinking.
Shakara says
I should be
high is relative. How high is high? Because essentially we are the argument from Christians against drinking and smoking and all those kind of things is the damage it does to your body, takes away your sobriety, drunkenness. Therefore,
clouds minds, clouds judgment.
Clouds your minds, clouds your judgment. So therefore, it's all relative. But then don't we go back to lawful but not expedient?
No.
If it's relative, stay on the side which is always safe. Not taking it means you don't have to test the relativity. You don't have to walk the edge. You don't have to toe that line. You just stay where everything is fine. But once you start smoking it, you have to find out what your limit is by smoking it enough to know, wait.
Because you tell me I could do this.
5 puffs. 5 puffs.
No more.
No more. No, but you have to have puffed it 6 times.
I have to get them. Because they say like
puffs.
you drink in moderation. I don't know what moderation is.
I don't know what moderation is. I don't know moderation until you.
How I know what moderation is? Unless I pass and I go, you know what? Okay.
All right.
I can't drink the whole bottle.
Right.
If I leave this much in, moderate. Moderate. Like if I take one more sip, I've sinned. Because now strong drink is not raging.
Yes. But what if you have what if I have a weak drink? So it's a weak drink, I could have more of it.
Did you get rage?
No, I didn't drink more to get raged.
So
do everything. I don't think we should do everything in moderation. Some things I think we should just leave it alone. I don't think we should do everything in moderation.
That goes back to our first talk about wedding and people getting married. I think people having sex in moderation. That's what they did.
Oof.
I think people are having sex in moderation. Right? Because they do everything in moderation.
We really walked around the whole bush today. Like we went in the bush and we walked the whole bush. We gone to y'all having sex before marriage, and that's apparently not a problem anymore. Like we're not trying to hide it. Marijuana is now illegal, so don't talk to me because doctor gave me this.
Dawn, I was looking for the song just now, Dawn. I couldn't find it. I was looking for the song. I wanted to play the song.
What's the song?
If it can't get me higher than the Holy Ghost, I don't want it.
That's a song?
What?
By who?
If it can't get me higher than the Holy Ghost. I think that's by our Member of Parliament, if I remember correctly.
Member of Parliament.
Mary Emmanuel. I think that's by her.
707,000.
You live from Woman Brothers.
And there was a clip of going around of her singing in Parliament.
Oh, thanks Junior.
She catched the Holy Ghost.
Let me find it now so I can play it for you. Junior, I know Junior didn't tell.
Yeah, Auntie Leith. We need Auntie Leith and Mrs. Mary Lightbourne Walker to chime in on these things.
Yeah,
because y'all know better than we do. This marijuana, is it gonna be in pills? Is Doc gonna be prescribing me the smoked version? And if he's gonna prescribe the smoked version, is he gonna show me how to smoke? Because
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to put it together. I don't know how to roll the thing.
All I know is what they do on TV. That's all I know.
It's two fingers. Oh, if you black,
all I know.
If you go black, you go there. You go here, or you go here.
So what? Doc's gonna do a demonstration? Because
I have all the
knowledge.
Question was asked here earlier by Franklin. Franklin says he wants to know if he could open a shop.
A shop?
Yeah, like how do you have those little weed shops in the United States?
Because surely you're not a pharmacist.
You're not a pharmacist.
You can open a shop and sell
That's another.
Like,
that's another aspect
that.
That's another aspect that I think Behemoth is talking to. I think because the Prime Minister there's alleged that it's saying something in regards to helping boost the economy. People will be able to grow the marijuana for the purpose of using it medically.
Who's gonna make it?
And the question is that was the question. So who's gonna be the one?
Because do you all have as it stands, do you have like a GlaxoSmithKline equivalent, like a Pfizer equivalent in the Bahamas where they make medicines, like a lab where they make?
I mean, legally?
Yes, legally.
Illegally, yes.
So
legally.
How is this suddenly going to become beneficial? So
that's
they grow the marijuana here, send it away to get transferred into medicinal marijuana, and send it back?
Oh, I guess it's going to open some opportunity for those who are in that field, who I don't know who.
What field? Drug dealing? Like, clarify.
I don't know that
Too
field.
many questions.
I don't know what
Too
that
many
field
questions.
is, but whatever that field is.
Donald said I'm mashing loan corn. Donald, I just talking what's out there. Shakara said the pill will have other stuff, but I mean the active ingredient is going to be marijuana because otherwise it wouldn't need to be legalized. Surely. What all I know is I'm not against doc prescribing me marijuana for my ailment. I'm just going to need doc to specify the effects it's going to have on me and the method I'm going to take it. If it's to be smoked, I'm a child of God. I don't do that. If it's going to make me high, I'm a child of God. I don't do that.
Got it.
However, if it's not going to make me high, no problem, doc. Why not? If you can give me a pill, okay. Because half these things we be taking Tylenol and I know what in them. I just know they work.
Don't have a clue.
Exactly.
Makes me feel good. I take it.
But then Shakara say, why not just smoke the pure stuff? Now you see, this is where
that high grade. This got the high grade one time.
If it's going to be effective for my ailment, probably not processed and manufactured purely. Can I chew the leaf? If I chew the leaf,
yeah, ask me questions.
Because I tell you, the smoking is the problem. It's just when you have it looking spliffish. That's the problem.
My aunt Elite says medical medicinal weed has its place. She says it's liquid. I guess the medicinal one is a liquid.
How that taste?
Let me get to. I see another one of our.
Shall I read that out?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm put on the screen.
Yeah, it's the medicinal elements of the marijuana plant that the focus is on. HTC is used for glaucoma and pain management. It is prescribed in specific amounts. It's also effective for some forms of epilepsy. So, Miss Lightborn Walker, it sounds like what you're describing is already in place, right? It's already been. So, what is being legalized? Blend it in a smoothie. You say it's a liquid. Mopey say I'm not smoking nothing. You definitely don't take none of that.
Don't know black police like that. No.
Miss Mary, it sounds like what you're describing is already in place. So what was the need for marijuana to be legalized?
It almost sounds as if I think the legalizing is for us to get into the industry of producing the HTC. I understand. I believe that's what it is. I'll drink. Jose Darvo says she'll drink it or take it in pill form. How about brownie form? Take it in brownie form? Because I know some people take it in brownie form.
It's about the effect. It's not about the form. It's about the effect. I guess smoking it means you get. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense to me. Indian hemp is also in hair products.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know because we had some hemp oil inside our house. And I was like, Giuliani can't put the weed in my hair. She's like,
did it grow your hair?
I mean, it did keep it moist. I won't lie to you.
I mean,
good solution.
What you're saying makes sense though. Legalize so that we can become producers of it for the medicinal uses that are already in place, not to implement new medicinal uses. I think I get it now.
All right. So the number to call.
Donicia, that's the kind of business you don't put in these streets. She said those COB brownies. What COB brownies?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know either. For those who want to call into the show, the number to call is 828-3543. Again, it's let me put it on the screen so you can see it. The number to call is 828. Sorry. 3543. For those who want to call into the show, 828-3543. So so someone asked why they didn't see Elise comment. Elise commented she's on my personal page.
I really think you should have direct everybody to the same.
Yeah, so if you're on the personal page, please go to Glory 93.9 FM page.
Yeah, so we could all have one big happy conversation.
Yeah, so you have one conversation where we can see everybody's comments one time. So that brownie form. So brownie, yeah, I know a lot of folks who've indulged in the brownie form.
Man,
what's up? What is happening? My confusion is taking place.
By it being legalized, does it mean I've got to get a license to grow it?
Yeah, I think so. Other than that, you still. I don't know, like when you make this. I mean, it's not like recreation is still not allowed,
right?
So it's not like you can just grow it.
So the person who's already growing it illegally, this isn't going to help them because they're not going to be like, "Boss man, I already have a farm. Just give me one license, fee."
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean? So I kind of feel like
that can happen.
It sounds like it sounds great to say economically, it helps the average Bahamian.
Not the average Bahamian, no.
But then, so what's the, I don't know.
There are some persons that have already begun the speculation of who's getting these licenses to grow these farms and have these plants in place. So I don't know exactly how would the average Bahamian benefit
Be
from
impacted
this.
by this. So it almost feels like it's really not going to affect any change.
I don't really
so
know.
all the little people are arguing while the big people, they're said to be the ones that are affected by it.
They said who have all the land, who own land and stuff like that. Because I mean, in order for you to be a part of this, you have to own land for you to cultivate this little farm. So how many Bahamians actually own a large enough piece of land to say that I want to start a ganja farm?
I want to be a ganja farmer.
I want to be a ganja farmer for medicinal purposes.
Get away from here.
So I don't know. So I mean, it's when I'll probably try to bring in somebody from, I know the Christian Council, they were talking about this. I'm trying to get
right
to talk on this issue too. I'm probably bringing one of our medical professionals as well.
Yeah, so we could have like a get all the facts, because I don't feel like I know all the facts. Oh, okay.
Dwayne roll comments on Facebook for those on Radio Land. We are also live on Facebook, including 3.9 FM's official Facebook page, also streaming live on YouTube. So Dwayne says, here's a nice game. So there are a number of strains of cannabis, according to my intense, deeply thought out 68 seconds of research.
Love it. Commitment.
How about you guys play a guessing game of what they're good for? Says,
but these sound like
Acapulco, gold,
these
blue,
sound
green.
like alcoholic drinks.
Purple Kush.
Sour
diesel.
These all sound like
Bubba Kush.
These all sound like alcoholic beverages.
Granddaddy Purple. Afghan Kush. LA Confidential. Maui Wowie. Golden Goat.
I don't understand what he means by
some of the
strains
names.
of cannabis.
I think that this is like when he goes to the shops.
Start mixing stuff.
When you go to the shops and they put
they lace it with a little something.
Yeah, I think they add a little something to it.
They good for giving you a first class ticket to hell. Stop it.
So I don't know which one of them.
Someone offer me something called sour diesel. It's a no, please. It's a no. Acapulco Gold. That could be a very nice brand of tea. The rest of them sound dangerous. Afghan, anyway.
Maui Wowie, definitely.
Oh way. It definitely wins for best name. What are they good for? First class ticket to hell. Leave it alone.
You can build a greenhouse and grow it in the backyard of Gordon Franklin. I don't think you can do that over here. That's called illegal. You gotta have the license, and who can get these licenses? We still don't know. So I didn't say the regulations and restrictions. I think persons aren't looking how costly it'll be paying taxes and producing quality. People probably thinking like growing in the backyard, like Sarah C.
Yeah, you're right. This is bigger than all of us.
Yes.
This is bigger than us.
We just won't be able to get ground land now. Yeah, ground land, they're gone. Because that's going to be now reserved for the persons that are.
I just want to, wow, I want to see what quantity they want to produce it at. And
there are Bahamians.
The level of security you're going to need if you're going to have a farm of acres just growing marijuana.
There are Bahamians that I know that have shops in, I can't remember what they call the shops, in Los Angeles.
Right.
That make it. But I'm pretty sure that is not what they're talking about here in medicinal terms. I think they just use that for smoking and recreational.
So we're getting some more medical info. Medicinal marijuana uses the marijuana plant or chemicals in it to treat diseases or conditions. It's basically the same product as recreational marijuana, but it's taken for medical purposes. The marijuana plant contains more than 100 different chemicals called cannabinoids. Each one has a different effect on the body. So I guess that's what Dwayne was listing.
Yeah.
All the different, got you. Each one has a different effect on the body. That long word she typed.
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
You good. That's good.
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
THC.
Tetrahydrocannabinol and cannabidiol
CBD
are the main chemicals used in medicine.
THC
also produces the high people feel when they smoke marijuana or eat foods containing
AKA
it.
brownies.
I mean, if anything, today you're being educated on.
You've been educated on what exactly we're going for. We're going for more so the CBD,
the CBD and the TBP,
rather than the THC, Delta 9 THC.
No,
She said the CBD
No, but the
are the main
THC
chemicals. Oh, both of them.
Yeah, both of them
are used.
THC have a little high on it. So so guys, if Doc prescribes that cannabis, you tell him, Doc, give me the CBD.
So Elite said there's more than one type too. So Elite is confirmed there's more than one type, and it's used here. It's already used in her part of Florida, and it's a controlled substance. I don't see
definitely I wouldn't want to engage in this conversation without having all the facts, and I don't even necessarily
we don't
feel
have,
like
we don't have the facts. We just opining our opinionated opinions.
Opining our opinionated opinions. We love it. We love it. And also in terms of like more clarity as to in terms of legalizing it in the Bahamas, what does that actually mean? What does that actually look like?
I mean, those people who have the financial gains to have lots of properties and have the land will be probably benefiting. And I will hire some people.
So me and my condition just need to mind our business.
It's my condition, man. You just go out to the hair store, buy a little small thing of hemp
oil. My little Indian hemp.
And you put that in your hair.
And my business.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody ever try to use that. Like try to use a little Indian stuff that comes in oil and try to use it, see if it would help.
I mean, I know there are parts of the world where, hemp is just another part of the plant because they smoke that in West Africa. Inja hemp.
Yeah, I did. Africans will be smoking.
Don't do it.
The Africans will be smoking hashish.
So
anyway, that's
like we only got to Monday on our week review.
Yeah, actually, I was just getting started. Some people say it's a political ploy just to try to get happy about the idea of possibly legalizing weed, but it's not legalizing weed. It's not what it is. So it's not like all of a sudden now you can walk down the road and only get a couple ounces.
I got some neighbors who need to hear this.
So it's not as if now what the government is saying you can just walk around the streets smoking a joint. No, that's illegal. Now I know there are some talks also that were tucked into the one conversation. The persons being allowed to have their records clean if you had like small amounts of marijuana, stuff like that. Like all that was tucked into the same conversation. But I haven't heard anything on that as yet. Having their records expunged.
I must say that's what trickled down to my ears.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what the talk is on that is yet, but however, it's still illegal.
Yeah, because if it's all surrounding medicinal use, it really doesn't apply to the vast majority of people on a normal day. Period.
Not at all.
You, sir. Not you.
So anyway, in other news that's
There's
making
other news.
In the Bahamas, I don't think. I mean, we have a lot of labor disputes going on. Hotels are still closed. Pros from Atlantis are still in limbo and
some people
furloughed.
People are going back to work though.
A very small few. I think what Atlantis has done is they have like reduced the entire property to like one hotel. And so
what's making me mad is all this. You got to get tested to do anything now. Got to get tested to go to these restaurants. I want to put on nice clothes and thing. That whole
up to those things. Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I'm missing, going to Bahamas, just listening to music, stuff like that, the kind of stuff. You get
because we do have that sense of freedom. We do have that sense of movement, fluidity.
Yeah,
normalcy is returning for those of you that just live. You live in the light. You're daytime people. This 10 p.m. curfew hardly affects us. Yeah. The only issue I have is if I out a little late, like 8 o'clock. 8:30 and I get hungry and I realize everything's closed. That's the only effect the 10 p.m. curfew is actually having on my life. Everything else feels kind of normal. And so to have these bubbles, these like Bahama and places that are like open but not really open, restaurants that are open but you gotta get tested, it's like a little reminder that no, Corona is still happening.
It's just
COVID is still going on.
Although I feel like it's apparently it's taking a backseat.
No, but apparently the numbers are going up in the clinics. We're just not hearing about it. I read that on one of the many Facebook thingums.
That you scroll past.
One of my many Facebook groups that I'm part of.
Dwayne, still come back with more.
Dwayne. No.
We pass it, Dwayne. No more.
You're having way too much fun.
We now
Pineapple Express for the window. Pineapple Express.
We're talking about the Delton 9 tetrahydrocannabinol THC and the CBD.
Cannabis.
Northern Lights.
I need
Pineapple
to save
Express.
these comments so I could have smart conversations with people about.
Oh yeah, listen to me. We're not talking about weed.
We're talking
about Delta 9. Like what?
In the medical profession, we call it D9T.
What we call it?
D9T. You know, the D9T, the CBD, you know.
Yeah, those kind of things. We're not talking about the irregular
Love it.
on the street weed. So anyway, I think that is
So the Saints are still not
the high point.
Saints were still not smoking weed.
We still can't smoke weed.
Apparently, the jury's still out on having sex before marriage.
Sex before marriage.
Go, right?
You know, it's. I see you go back to that.
No, because I'm mad.
So you shouldn't be having sex moderately if you're not in moderation.
All things in moderation. That's a lie. No, it's not true.
You're not having sex in moderation. Not smoking weed in moderation. So anyway, there's
moving swiftly on.
These blurred lines. We're
going back to the blurred lines.
Back to our blurred lines.
Because we haven't even brought up
we've never left our blurred lines series.
See, it's all about blurred
It's all our theme of the show. It's the blurred lines, the things in Christianity that make you go,
We haven't even started with today's unpopular opinion.
You have about opinion?
I have several, to be honest. So last week, Delton and I were both unavailable for a show.
Oh, yeah, we do. I didn't apologize for that. Yeah, we do apologize.
No. Don't apologize now. I told Delton, send the people a message on the internet so they know we're not going to be on. Send an apology, post it. Delton wasn't on my round.
Don't say so. Nothing for the stomach's sake. We got have a little bit of weed.
What do you mean for the stomach's sake?
Hey, so we didn't have a show last week. We were out in a socially distanced environment.
I was gonna say you better put that in.
Oh no, we were far apart.
Far apart.
No more than the allowed numbered for gatherings.
Absolutely.
Which is so I don't know how much it was. But it was about we need numbers. So we were celebrating our boss. He had Glory 93.9 FM, and our pastor at Life Worship Center,
and the bishop of the Highway Church of God,
and the lead vocalist and singer for That's a Rolling Friends,
and the
superintendent,
and the tenor of D2K,
and the tenor of
D2K.
His birthday. He celebrated Pastor Delton's birthday. So if you go on the DRF's Facebook page, you'll see where we were last week. We did a little mini concert online. Hey, look at our producers in the studio. Producer, how's it going? Producer, tell us we'll take a commercial break.
Okay.
Producer say take a commercial break.
You read the rest of the message?
I did the rest. What did I say?
Producer, put it back.
What did I say? Oh, okay. All right then. So probably we have to take a commercial break.
You could take me off camera for the commercial break.
I take your camera too? Y'all don't mean we hard for this.
Let's make this a real commercial break.
Take a commercial break.
Let's break.
All right, so now we
BRB.
You're off camera yet, though. You gotta move here.
Okay.
I gotta get the whole little thing situated because I was not ready for this. But thanks to our producer who's in studio. How's it going? Everything's good, producer?
Timing is perfect.
Our producer's not
honestly,
saying
our producer, she's the friendliest, the warmest. I don't know where
our producer
it's
not safe, not a safe woman. So apparently we're gonna take a brief commercial break, and we're gonna come back to talk about some more things. I have a video that I'm going to play.
Which one?
From Uncle.
My friend.
I have a video from Uncle.
Y'all got to see this.
And I'm going to play.
And I want to know anyway.
Because
I don't think there's any dispute, but let's put it play. Let's see what the people have to say.
We can get to talking about the other things that took place, and the unpopular opinions. And so keep it locked right here at the Glory 93.9 FM. We're gonna take a short break. It's gonna be about maybe 180 seconds at most. That seems pretty long.
I mean, by this time we did our review of the week.
Yeah, and so
2 days.
You're
gonna need some more tea.
You definitely need some more tea. And so keep it locked right here at Glory 93.9. For those on Facebook, don't change
Don't touch that.
Come right back. Like seriously, don't move. In fact, continue to share the page, continue to like the page. We'll be back. Keep it locked right here at the Glory 93.9 FM, your favorite gospel station.
Glory 93.9 FM, the people's favorite gospel station.
Bishop Denzel Rowe, General Superintendent and the Executive Council of the Highway Church of God, Bahamas, invites you to attend its 56th Annual General Convention under the theme, Arise, A Call to Duty. Convening February 17th through 21st, 6:30 p.m. nightly at Southland Church of God, Soldier Road. Speakers include Bishop Denzel Rowe, Bishop Carvin Bain, Pastor Rakino Malker, Bishop Robert McPhee, and Bishop Eric Josie. There will also be a special midday oil and water service on Thursday, the 18th at 12 p.m. with Apostle Raymond Wells. That's the Highway Church of God Bahamas' General Convention, February 17th through 21st, 6:30 p.m. nightly at the Southland Church of God. It's time to arise.
Horton's Car Rental and Auto Sales, Robinson Road and 5th Street, The Grove, is your premium choice for affordable transportation. We have reliable cars at unbelievable prices. Ask about our daily rates, starting at $50, and our weekly rates, starting as low as $280. Call us at 437-4017 or 676-3977. Horton's Car Rental, your premium choice for affordable transportation.
The Catwalk Boutique helps you step out in style, offering a high-fashion, elegant line of ladies' clothing from petite to plus sizes, from chic casual to dazzling evening wear. Come and visit us in our newly renovated boutique in the Hell Rock Plaza, Robinson Road. We're also the leading distributors for wholesale and retail on Hetty's Pantyhose, as well as wholesale beauty supplies, also offering services to the Family Islands. Call us today at 394-6116 or come and visit us in the Hellron Plaza, Robinson Road, the Catwalk Boutique, where sophistication begins.
Located on Carmichael Road, Divine Designs Hair Boutique is a haven for women and men looking for professional beauty services. Our state-of-the-art and contemporary equipment creates a relaxing ambiance for you to enjoy while we cater to you. Need a hairstylist? We cater to all types and textures of hair for care and styling. We even have a barber on duty. Need a nail tech? Our technicians provide a range of nail services, including the latest trends. Unwind in one of our massage chairs while you get your pedicure. With our reasonable rates, friendly staff, and over 20 years of experience, you will be in great hands. Call us at 823-1669 or 698-1025 to schedule your appointment. Want to be pampered? Want to be slayed? Let Divine Designs make your day.
Ocean blue is the best in seafood, hey, hey. Fresh out the water and affordable too, yeah. We got fish, conch, lobster, shrimp, everything you want, Ocean Blue got it. Ocean Blue, friendly and clean, best service you ever seen. Ocean blue is the best in seafood, yeah. Fresh out the water and affordable too, yeah. Ocean Blue Seafood, we are here for you. Ocean Blue Seafood, no one else will do. Ocean Blue Seafood, located on Burnett Road. Contact us at 393-216.
Hi, I'm Benita Washington, and whenever I'm in the Bahamas, I'm tuned in to Glory 93.9.
This is Jay Todd, and whenever I'm in the Bahamas, I'm listening to Glory 93.9.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production of Glory 93.9 FM.
The freshest wave of glory to hit the Bahamas. This is the all-new Glory 93.9 FM, where God is glorified and the people of God edified.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to that Good Morning Tea, Glory 93.9 FM. And thank you to all our sponsors, Highway Church of God Convention, Ocean Blue, Catwalk Boutique, the best in fresh and a photo. There's some very nice and catchy songs. I love it.
I love it.
And so I think we left off talking about our unpopular opinion.
About to reveal our unpopular
About to reveal it. I couldn't find.
You gotta play Uncle first.
Yeah, let me play Uncle first. Let me find Uncle. Let me get Uncle together.
He's not my uncle before anybody else.
So there was this situation that happened. It came across my desk yesterday. And Dawn, say if you get that Ocean Blue, listen to me, Dawn. You go down there and you ask for. I can tell you a name to ask for, and tell them you heard it on Glory 93.9 FM, and you mentioned. I want to say my name, but I might be pushing it. I'll say probably mention Glory 93.9 FM. You mentioned my name, and you get a discount.
Delton, so all this time you tell me this?
I'm not sure. I'm just putting it out there. Hopefully,
Why
you get
not?
this.
Why not? You have not
I speak
because you
I speak in my faith.
not.
You go there, you ask for the boss.
What?
When you ask for the boss, you say, boss, I heard the commercial on
Delton
93.9 FM, and Delton sent me here for the
And
thing.
then do this with your face.
Yep, get a little nod. give him a wink. Like you come for that discount.
Locked,
And let me
loaded,
know what happened.
Yeah. Tell us next week. Come back on the show
Come
and
back.
leave in the comments. Tell us your story.
Let me know what happened when you go on there. But so all right, let me get this clip ready for y'all. For those who are on Facebook,
if he gets a discount, there's a preaching right there. There's
Oh,
a
listen
word
to
right
me.
there. Your name
You
is
speak
going to give not only you favor, but your neighbor favor. Come on, tell your neighbor there's favor on my name.
on my name.
There's favor on my name.
All right, so let's play this video. For those who are on Facebook, you're gonna see it. For those on radio, that's gonna be able to hear it. This happened in a church somewhere. But I don't know exactly where it happened.
Oh man.
But let's watch it.
Hallelujah. Please, if you want to lead praise or you get off this altar. You understand me? And if you're going to be late to church service, you don't come here again. You don't do that to go earn a living. We are raising generations that don't fear God. And I won't take it. We sing good praise or we get off the altar.
It's the walk off of me. It's not just how he said it. It's like you sing good praise or y'all get off the altar. Turn mics off. Walk back down. I'm really interested in, I want to find the original
I'm not
video.
gonna lie. I didn't see the part when he walked off. I never watched it to the end when he just turned off the mic and he was
Turn
gone.
the mic off and he just walk off. I want to see the original video. I want to see what happened next. Like what
Oh, no,
do
I'm
you
gonna find that.
what do you do after you know this? You know
What
that's it?
do you do? He's not a face I recognize.
What exactly?
No, there's
do
so
you
much
do?
to unpack. There's so much to unpack.
So first thing first,
Oh man.
the uniform.
No,
The
no, you're going too
fast?
quick.
All right.
First it says, was Rev wrong? Was Rev wrong to do that?
I saw some of my fellow gospel artists and singers of praise and worship that have done that have reposted it and gave their comments.
In seriousness?
Like some are upset, very upset about it, and talking about is it a rebuke or abuse from the pastor? Is the pastor wrong? Was minister wrong for what he did,
Right.
for what he said, for how he said it, when he said it?
I think
What exactly?
for conversation's sake, we could go back and forth about why he might be wrong, why he might be right.
Mhm.
But the reality is, when all is said and done, you have to know the context. You got to be there.
Now,
You oughta been dead. You oughta been dead. Because, yeah, you have to be there because one, you don't know the culture of the church. Two, you don't know the relationship of the pastor to his praise team. Three, this may not be the first time he's told them about this. I told y'all before when you was wearing the gray with the pink. I told y'all, don't come do no foolishness. Make sure you be on church on time. We don't know all those things because I see Auntie Lisa saying, "What would Jesus do?" I think Jesus could row you out publicly. Jesus could row you out publicly, and Jesus could pull you to the
that
side.
story of Jesus in the
He showed us
temple.
how he did both.
The temple
Jesus
is
flipped
always
tables.
funny. Like,
It's always-
Jesus sat down
Oh man.
and plait a whip. So this was like a whip he had with him. And
Yeah.
Jesus sat down, took his time, plait that cable together. Like, because y'all can't be serious.
And I want you watch me fly.
Yeah, like when you take your
Because if
time
I
to do
get up
that,
from plotting this, y'all still here. That's
Like,
what you want to get with.
that's like this. Like, oh, so y'all okay? Y'all, let's wait till I finish.
Franklin said, I'm becoming Bahamian with a song for everything. No, that's an African trait, buddy.
That's African.
What? Always. I'm always ready with the song. My point is, when everything is said and done, we could go back and forth forever. The truth is, you ought to been there. However, this is DGMT. We cannot leave it there. We cannot drop it. We cannot drop it just like that, like that. I think Pastor been telling them from the way he come up there and the way she stopped with the mic. She was like, "Oh, he's coming for us." Like she looked like
She knew it
she
was coming.
wasn't surprised. Like the girl on the edge. She didn't look too surprised.
I want to play
by
one
him
more
coming
time.
up. One more time.
One more time from the top, just for those who might have missed it, who just logged in. So we're talking about this video of our uncle. I have a tagged uncle.
Hallelujah. Please, if you want to lead praise or you get off this altar. You understand me? And if you're going to be late to church service, you don't come here again. You don't do that to go earn a living. We are raising generations that don't fear God, and I won't take it. We sing good praise or we get off the altar.
Yes. You sing good praise.
You sing good praise. I really wish I knew what he meant by that. I'd love to know.
You sing good
what
praise
he meant.
or you get off the altar.
And Pastor Denzel just log into the conversation.
And so you turn.
His timing is perfect.
So you either sing good praise, you get off the altar. Brother musician, you come early.
Or you don't come at all.
You don't come at all. Because this is stuff you be doing here. This ain't fly.
And do you know what I'd like to hear from? I'd like to hear from people who are on praise teams. Shakara says it's a bit much for me.
Yeah.
It's a bit much, but I just feel like that came from his deep in his soul. He was holding that. Either he was holding that or he had to say it more than once. That's how I feel.
I don't believe this is the first time.
And the African in me is kind of like, this ain't that shocking. The African in me is like,
what the problem is?
That's just how we talk. Like, don't mind us having a conversation like which I remember when we were in university. It always used to be a thing. Like, people would be like, you guys always arguing. No, we're just having a conversation.
That's not a conversation.
It's just how we speak to one another. When Delton sent this to me, my first thing was like, I don't like how he disrespected their uniform. They clearly had a practice and they clearly had arranged uniform. Like, I know what it is to practice and arrange uniform. For your uniform to be that much on point, on lock, not only is it safe, but it's stylish. Like, they gone for that whole, that nude colored silk dress is in. Y'all know the nude colored, that brown skin silk dress vibe is in. But they made it safe. They had the white thing
all the way covered.
That kind of planning doesn't come from waywardness. There's a praise team that's talk, they communicate. It doesn't sound like they practice, but it seems like they practice. And so,
but it wasn't good.
I didn't like.
It wasn't going good. They might have practiced, but it wasn't going good. And Uncle was like, enough of this. Uncle say, this is the last time.
This is the last time. The last time was the last time. This is the last time. And then he walked off and wanted them to keep going. It's kind of like, at that point, just bring the word, innit?
No.
If the praise isn't good enough.
So it was up to them. Are you going to sing good praise?
But he also said at the beginning, if you're going to lead worship off of this altar. I didn't know what he meant by that, because my first understanding was that maybe he was saying, y'all don't live lives that lead worship, so don't come up here singing songs. That's what I understood by that, because that was, otherwise I didn't get what his rebuke to the singers were. It was very clear his problem with the keyboardist or the musician.
We didn't hear much of the songs, so we don't know exactly how they sounded. Daughter says he loves who he chastens, I guess. Donnie said the second play was more serious. The more you watch it, it's like, oh boy.
The more you watch it, it's like, oh.
Because then you see the girl face, like she put the mic down, like, oh.
Because the first time Delton sent it to me, I just laughed. LOL. The second time I was like, oh wait.
Like, one put that mic down so slow, like, oh.
Oh, Shakara says, but who is he? Can he or would he allow himself to be openly rebuked by that? So is the issue then that open rebuke is always wrong? Is there never a time for open rebuke? Is open rebuke never acceptable then?
I'd say there's many things, that you talked about this whole conversation. And I think one thing we have to take into account that you said, the way that Africans speak. And I think,
and I just want to drive the nail in a little bit deeper. These are Nigerians. They're different. And yes, we speak like we are singing. Nigerians don't speak like that. They're very aggressive, very harsh.
It's harsh.
Just how it is.
And so I don't know if we can, from our vantage point, take it as harsh as it is.
No, he was harsh though.
It was harsh. But but their natural speaking tone.
That could have been loving father harsh too.
So I don't want to go that far to say that, he's just wrong for it. Because no, I try to read the back of the audience head. No one was like
scandalous.
Nobody was like,
they probably like, Pastor, don't tell them before.
Yeah,
why they make him mad again?
People don't listen.
And he's like when I think he seems like physically, his physique's quite small. He's quite petite, but you could tell he commands the respect and attention of the people in the room, because the way the girl put that mic down, sis was not.
I know where the keyboard player, like, so
she
playing.
This is the posture you assume when rebuke is coming.
The keyboard player, like, so he started playing like single notes, like do.
He's like, don't you dare, don't leave no silent space there. You like, keep playing. He routing you keep playing this keyboard. I mean, because honestly, right here we could drop the anchor in terms of talking about what our unpopular opinion or opinionated opinions. Is there ever a time, should pastors ever openly rebuke praise teams, workers, ushers? I mean, my life experience says, yeah, because it's happened. Is the praise standard? So, because I think I threw out the question. So, are we saying that we shouldn't ever openly rebuke? Because Shakara was saying, can he or would he allow himself to be openly rebuked? Is that the criteria for openly rebuking? If you are willing to receive it, I don't know. I don't think so. If he could have cussed, he was going to cuss them out. I'm not going to say anything on that.
Because Nigerians will be cussing.
Play it one more time. Donicia, stop fooling. Stop doing fool.
I mean, although I want to.
Franklin says there is a time for open rebuke. Maybe you should play it one more time for people who just joined. Is the praise standard his standard? Like what if they were singing and worshipping from a pure place? They are human. But I think the way he rebuked them, it sounded like he knew they weren't doing it from a pure place, because he said, you don't do what you do in here in the world. That's what he said to the guy. He said, come in here on time or don't come, because that's not what you do in the world. It implies that he knows their lives. He knows how they carry on. For me, I got a sense of familiarity. I understand what Shakara is saying, but then are we saying that the preacher doesn't, or the pastor of a church can never make that judgment about whether people are worshiping from a pure place or not? Because I think he didn't believe they were, and that's why he addressed them like that.
So Julie just came. Wow. Julianne says she just reached.
One more time.
What I miss?
What I miss?
An hour and 15 minutes.
Oh gosh! And I know he called your name in that hour and 15 minutes too. But that's another story for another day. That's another story for another day.
Jody's just playing. All right, no problem. I can play it again. I don't mind. So we want to watch. What else are we looking for? We're looking for the praise team's reaction.
Shakara is saying, is that his place though? Whose place is it? If it's not the pastor's place, whose place is it?
So we're watching for the praise team's reaction.
Me and Shakara are going to fight today. We've been fighting all week. Let's go.
Foully feelings. So there we go. So watch one more time. One more time for the folks in the back who didn't hear it.
Hallelujah. Please, if you want to lead praise or you get off this altar. You understand me? And if you're going to be late to church service, you don't come here again. You don't do that to go earn a living. We are raising generations that don't fear God. And I won't take it. We sing good praise or we get off the altar.
Gone. Mic off. Walks away. Franklin says they knew that they were in the wrong based on the demeanor of the young lady in the middle.
I'm telling you that her reaction tells you everything.
Yeah.
But you know what? The reason I stand in opposition to the argument that it's not his place is he's not addressing the sound. He's not talking about how good they sound. He's talking about principles. He says we are raising generations that don't know. Good praise is poor English. I don't think he meant good sounding praise. I think he meant good praise, like authentic praise. I think that's just English. How he said, if you're not going to do good praise, don't do it. I don't think he means it doesn't sound good, because he says we're raising generations that don't fear God. He addressed things like lateness. He addressed things like leading from when you're on the floor. Like, don't just come up here and do plenty things.
Yeah.
You lead from the ground. That's why I don't think this rebuke was about him not liking what he was hearing. And it was a superficial rebuke. I think it was a rebuke as to the heart of his worship team. 1, 2, his tone tells me I done had this conversation with China before.
Yeah.
So does this reaction. Number 3, they did sound bad.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good praise.
It wasn't good praise.
Some of the comments that I saw some praise worship leaders that were making, they said this is an abuse, period. It would have been on site. And I saw.
But then, so what? Your pastor can never openly rebuke you?
They had throwing hands emoji. They had the boxing gloves on, so they're being on.
It's abuse because he did it openly, or it's abuse because of how he did it, like his voice.
I guess it's the open factor of it, I guess.
So again, I need someone to tell me open rebuke is wrong.
I guess so. Once again, if you want to call into the show, give your opinion, those listening on radio or Facebook.
I knew I heard you. I said, what the big people? We on the radio. Very live. And look at how we have enough tables and chairs for everybody. Everybody.
Christian radio show.
I
just came to bring some coffee.
Wow. And someone just called your name. They say pastor spoke on this on Sunday. This same bank scenario with the kids. So I guess Shakara is basically saying we could fill you in 1 second. Shakara is saying if his children, if his praise team acting up, that's on him basically. That's what she's saying. If he's the father of this house and they ain't acting right, then he hasn't fathered them well. We're filling you in now. So, guys, we have been honored to be joined by the one and only. Actually, it's not the one and only. It's the one-on-one only.
The one-on-one.
The one-on-one only. Pastor Bishop Denzerole and Pastor Rakino Monka.
It is now, sir.
All right, good stuff. Oh, there wasn't on earlier?
I just turned yours on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Greet the people then.
Let me try to get you on. I can get all of you on camera, but I'll get everybody as much as possible. I wasn't prepared. You see, I was prepared for.
Right.
I wasn't prepared. If I was prepared.
I wasn't prepared either.
And so we are now joined by the host of One on One.
Delton, at this point, we could take a seat. We could sit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can already leave.
Because once they watch this video, it's over.
I'm not seeing the video.
They haven't.
Let me say, I'm sending you a phone personally so you can watch it. And this is what we're talking about now. For those who are,
what's the topic like?
Topic? What you mean?
When you say topic,
sorry,
exactly what you mean by topic. Topic is things, man.
Someone say today will be a 4-hour show. The devil is a liar.
Is he dressed for church?
Yeah,
I was wondering if he was coming from or going.
He got on the rosary.
Yeah. It's a weird name, guys.
He got a rosary.
We just talk about how everybody's. We just talked about how everyone's getting married this month.
Very true. I got several.
They're new to this, guys. They still have to turn on their phones. And
so I'll let them listen to it. So I'll turn them make time.
Okay, so I mean, what questions would you pose to our special guests today? Because they are indeed the right people for it, Jody. You are spot on.
Yeah. Turn the mic off. Walk off slowly. he turned the mic off.
They just catching up, guys. They just catching up. Give them a minute.
Give a few minutes.
Right now we are. I mean, throw your gauntlet in the ring while you can. We've got Shakara on the side of Pastor in the one he shouldn't have. Franklin is advocating for open rebuke. I ain't sure if Franklin's saying this is an okay open rebuke, but he's saying no, open rebuke is okay.
I don't understand.
So translate. Translate
the English.
Yeah, that's uncle.
I was trying to clarify that it's not my uncle. We're calling him uncle, but he's not our uncle. He's not my uncle. So basically, no, he's Nigerian. So he comes up and he tells them, I guess he says, if you're going to lead praise, you need to lead from the floor. That's the first thing he says. Then he goes to the musician and he says, and if you're not going to come on time, don't come at all. We're raising generations that don't fear God, and I'm not going to take it. And then he bounces.
Also, he told the praise team.
Oh, and then he said, if you're not going to sing good praise, don't sing it.
Yeah, he's like
something like that.
So he gets all them.
Everybody.
He get everybody. He got the singers.
So he said, what the first one was now?
If you're not going to lead praise, if you're going to lead praise, lead. If you're going to lead praise on this altar, lead from. No, if you're going to lead praise, lead when you come down from the altar.
I agree with that.
Right.
Meaning that if you're worshiping on the floor, you should be worshiping.
That's what I understood that to me. Now I ain't sure if that's what he means, but that's what I understood him to mean.
That's the only sense of interpretation.
Okay, so that was the first.
We don't speak African, so we don't know.
It was speaking.
We don't speak African. No.
I feel very outnumbered, guys, and suddenly my coffee's too low for this.
So what was the next point with the musicians?
And then if you're not going to come on time, if you're going to come late, don't come at all.
Okay.
So I got a question. He just reached it.
Who, the man?
Yeah.
Ref, yeah.
Like, why you wait till he get up there to tell him that?
I know. The implication was he was riled, like something they do made him mad, and he came up and said, y'all stop this now.
I mean, because all of the things that was stated. Okay, no. Because the first thing he said, if you're going to lead prison worship, lead from the floor.
Right.
No. They things like you could address. I can't see them just happening.
This is
after the fact.
So you're saying he should have addressed them after
like
church?
They saw like things that was in his mind
right
prior to them getting up on the stage.
Right.
None of the things you listed sound like things that like would have just occurred, especially for him to be that upset.
Right.
Would have just occurred that particular day. Like if this was a reoccurring thing, why wait till they get up to tell them? It's like when the musicians came in. That's why I asked if he just arrived.
I mean, we don't have anything more than what we have in the video.
And then furthermore, he don't this is not like in a teaching. Let's say if he was teaching,
right,
you know, and he deals this while teaching and talk about certain levels and standards.
Yes,
I go with that.
Yes, but then interrupt the praise and worship team.
and then sit down and then drop the mic.
Drop the mic because he's saying, "Y'all finish this off now. Y'all like this. Y'all finish this off."
Now, hey, he's vintage Manka. I tell you that much.
I was gonna say now.
He's vintage.
There's a big elephant in the room that nobody
I was waiting to say.
He's vintage.
Okay.
So I'm just saying. Though.
I was waiting to say, coming from the man.
I wasn't
Don't ever do this in this house again. Don't you ever do that in this house again.
The man who was a meme. The man who became a whole international meme. Hey,
why we coming here with this topic? Why are we coming here for this topic? This is not cool.
My thing was a lot of people like the way he rebukes them, but my argument, so is there no place for open rebuke? Because what I said is there's a lot we don't know. We don't know the context. We don't know the relationship. It sounds to me like he's addressed this with them before. Like these ain't new things. He's telling them. The way he addressed them sounds like I don't tell you all about this, especially the girl's reaction. Because when he came up, sis did this. And that tells me she used, like she knows this is what goes down. I
mentioned this on Sunday. Was there times when, as a child, did your mother have to embarrass you publicly?
Yes.
I mean, like in a bank or something, you kind of and like she have to get riled up outside. Because my thing is that because of how funds them and them trained us, you know better than act the fool on the out.
Sure.
So it was on a rare occasion when you probably inhaled too much nicotine from around you, a little too much weed in your nose, and then you just trip and act stupid in the public.
Right.
But you knew better than to act publicly.
Yes.
My thing is that when you have to constantly do these kind of things, and I don't know if it's constant with this
right.
case, right? But I made this point Sunday. If you have to constantly do that, that's failed parenting.
However,
that ain't rude cheering.
Can I make a comment in response to that? I think we have to acknowledge that church is still home. The fact that we are streaming doesn't change the fact that when we're in there, we still feel like we're home. Like if Pastor Denzel was to row our praise team in life, because he felt for some reason he would need to row our praise team in that moment, I don't think you're conscious of the fact that this is being streamed. Someone's going to watch this next week. Someone's watching it in China. I feel like church is still home, and this this dual reality we're living means that these things happen. Like when a moment between pastor and what Pastor Aquino cracks joke with his, his praise team member, it goes viral and everyone takes it out of context. Like he shouldn't talk to, no, first of all, you don't know the relationship. You misconstrue his tone because you're not necessarily a member of his church. I feel like those things happen as a result of, and that's why we have this man or this pastor.
We need a show on that. This is church is still home.
Yeah.
Church, and that's why you're talking about if he has to constantly do it publicly, but this isn't public. He's home. Mm-hmm. You're watching it from the outside looking in.
I agree with you. I agree with that point there, because I said 2 Sundays ago, listen, you stream into life with Upsana.
Yes.
We're not fixing our service for you.
Right.
I'm not your pastor. Right. If I was a pastor, you would have been here. You don't start that. So you don't want that road. So I ain't your pastor. You decide to watch our service. This is how we do our service. I am not going to adjust my service because you decide to do it. No, this is what we do. I'm to them. I am an apostle, not to you.
Right.
And I got to apostle them. I got to pastor them. I got to lead
gone
them.
Mad quiet, babe.
They going quiet?
Wow.
They won't talk about Pastor, but they scared I talk about Pastor. Boy.
Someone said they were waiting on us to mention it, though.
All I would say is don't mess with that.
Don't mess with that.
No, I'm all for open review. My only concern is
why?
I
mean, that goes without saying.
I am all for open review.
I'm for it.
I am for it, buddy. I'm here for it.
I relish the opportunities.
I'm open to open review. I mean, that's not the go-to. I don't think you should be, constantly trying to embarrass people, etc. But I guess because we lack context, I still am concerned about. Okay, the musicians came late. Like you waited late in praise and worship to tell them don't come late. Like you didn't see them walking in, blah 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 blah. Whatever the case is, like why wait in the middle of the prayer? Like you waited for a moment to decide you're gonna dress. They said, "Oh, was the praise team not effective in your opinion?" I mean, like none of the things he said spoke to the moment for me. All right, if they weren't being effective in praise and worship, I say, okay, come on, guys. I expect more oil. I expect you, blah, 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 whatever the case is. But leading from the floor, that's an issue you don't have to deal with here.
I wonder if the things he addressed are the reason, and I get this, are the reason he believes they weren't effective in praise and worship.
Right.
Because when he said we're raising generations that don't fear God,
right?
For me, like someone mentioned the fact that it almost sounds like he didn't like what they were doing, so he got up there to row them. And I said, from what I hear and understand, he was addressing what I think are spiritual issues. Like you lack discipline.
Sure.
You lack value for worship because you only come up here and do it and you don't do it down on the ground.
Right.
So I wonder if those things he pointed out were the things, like almost the roots of the issue. No, you come up here and you sound bad, but you don't lead from the floor and you don't come on time. That's how I understood
Did we see him when he first came up, or did they just recorded?
No, it starts when he walks on the stage.
It starts when he walks on the stage.
Like they're still in the middle of the line.
If he had said this, if the video had started from he walked, and he had said, "Wait, guys, something's wrong here. This isn't what praise and worship is supposed to be, etc., etc."
Right.
And then start to list why he feels the way he feels, I would understand it better. But based on the things that he addressed, I'm trying to figure out like why
did you do it
until
right
that
then?
moment,
We had a call. I sorry, I missed the call. If you're there, please call back. We had a call. Someone trying to call into the show. If you can call back. 828-3543 is the number to call in for all those tuning in via Facebook or via Glory 93.9 FM. 828-3543. 828-3543.
While we wait for the call, I just want to ask: the table comfortable for you guys? Because I know you haven't had a show yet. In the Because now that people here and y'all here, y'all getting
this is vintage Vera, guys. All the personalities coming out today.
Our call is here.
it's just so lovely that the table has space for all of us.
Hello, caller. Go ahead. Glory 93.9 FM.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm sorry about to give it.
That's fine. I get it.
No, you can have these.
Go ahead, caller. We can hear you.
All right. What I'm saying is, watching the show or watching the video, you could see that the pastor would have dealt with them offline before, like your parents would have dealt with you at home. You know what? Don't do this. Don't do that. Walk like this. Talk like that. Or behave in this manner. Like Bishop Rose said, inside your house, you know that your parents deal with you a certain way and they would discipline you. And you know better not to act like the fool, but when you go out, you still come out there and act the fool, so you get open rebuke. And to the part whereas if open rebuke is right, yes it is. And we go right back to the story with Jesus and them brothers in the temple. Like we were saying, Jesus actually sat there, watched them do what they was doing, flat the tamarind switch for them. I can say tamarind switch because I'm in the Bahamas. He flat the tamarind switch for them, and then he got up and whipped them and tell them, listen, get out of my father's house because you all made this a den of thieves. All right? So yes, open rebuke sometimes. And then you could look at it from this standpoint. You have praise and worship leaders and persons in praise and worship, like we were speaking about it some time ago, when, okay, what is the praise and worship? The leaders of the church? They come in when they feel like. They show up when they believe it's time. The pastor already done talk to you. I sitting here on pulpit waiting for praise and worship to start, and one or two persons may have showed up one time, and then you just come in here. We say praise and worship starts at 9 o'clock, and you showing up at 9:15, 9:20. This ain't, you ain't getting married where you get 5 minutes grace. You can come in and to you. No, you're supposed to come in to meet the king. That's why the pastor said, listen, you don't do this in the world. You just come on time. And that's the same thing. If when you getting paid your money, you just show up on time because you want get all that on. You don't show up late. So if you want to give God and you want to get all the glory inside the house at the same time, show up on time, start on time. We always say our God is a God of order. You see? So yes, I don't give Pastor wrong at all, period, because it looked as if I was about to say that I was a bad child, and I could tell them bad children who just push the parent, you know what? Let me see if I can do it again. Let me see if Daddy can beat me this time. Anyway, bye-bye.
That's not like Frank can shut it down.
Yeah. Thank you so much, caller. Yeah.
I just want to say I'm impressed that how smooth the phone call was. We never know smooth phone call. You just press the button and it just come right on.
Yeah.
That's fancy. I can't wait to do a show. That's fancy. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, listen,
I think in the absence of instruction, rebuke is illegal.
Right.
Very good.
So there must have been instruction established. And that's my main thing with rebuke. And then also in the absence of love, rebuke is illegal.
Yeah.
That there must be instruction prior, there must be love during. You know, to me those two are critical. So I mean, because you chasing the idea of us rebuking is to bring to orders, to restore, to get things the way it should be. So there's some persons I believe who just rebuke out of their own desire to manipulate, to control their own pride, their own ego, and that should not be the case. There's a scripture that's been up on me so much now, where Paul says, listen, I want you delivered so bad, I can let your body be given over to the devil. That is just so extreme. Where Paul says, give them over to the devil. In other words, that means they may get sick, they may get in a car accident, any manner of evil can happen to them, but Paul says that's a good thing for them now, because it's going to happen so that they can be delivered. And so even that idea of them giving over to the devil is done from a place of love. I want to see them restored. So what's the heart of your rebuke? That's the question. What are you going after? You know. So that's my 5 cents.
So rebuke them. So rebuke them. What's love them?
You back to Timmy. If you don't hug my children, you can't beat my children. And the truth of the matter is, every good pastor knows every good shepherd knows how and who to rebuke.
I'll tell you this, knowing who and how to rebuke, you don't need to be in ministry if you want to.
Take it here, man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Because you know, all of this relationship part and so forth, I understand that, but I mean, once you're in ministry, there's a level of relationship even if we don't talk.
Well, that's the who.
Right.
That's the who.
See,
yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Because once you are operating and it requires some level of correction. Absolutely. You know, we may not have the tightest relationship, but that ain't what it predicated on. No. Like you said, it's love.
Yeah.
And I think he spoke to the heart of the issue. This generation is in the fear of God. So he had a burden, a passion, and obviously he felt something sloppy was going on in that.
Yeah. Something sloppy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still have a little question mark to Ref, but I don't know.
I still do.
I never have information.
Dwayne comment. Dwayne says he may be one of those pastors who can only find their way into worship service when praise and worship is about to end.
Oh. Looks like Ram need a rebuke.
Look at this. I love it.
Yes,
I think a very balanced evaluation of the video. I think ultimately we don't know enough.
Yeah, right. And all the things he said, though, I behind him 1,000%.
Yeah.
If those things are current, oh man.
I think one of the things we said earlier too is, as we take for granted, you had this conversation before about a certain group of people that were talking, and they were arguing, but they were having friendly conversation. That Nigerian accent is also a very harsh language. So it comes off more abrasive to us who's not from there. So for them, that might have been as a normal conversation.
Just like Bahamians come off to a lot of other people as well.
Yeah, so for them, I mean, that's a normal conversation.
Maybe the culture of the house.
Right.
It may be the culture of the house.
I was telling them, I was trying to read it like the audience. None of the audience members like turn and looks like looking around shocked. Everybody's like, what's next? Everybody's like, all right, what's next?
Oh, man.
Where do we go from here?
Rev cussing again. That's all.
Right. I just don't know why he won't be late and things like that when they know Rev. He ain't good though.
You always
They
know
should
Rev.
know better. But they see Rev like this, they should know better.
Because trust me, if he carry on like this on this video, just ain't the first time.
Definitely
Not at all.
No.
I'm telling you, sis reacted like this has happened before.
No, sir. No, sir.
So we're very excited to have the hosts.
Yes.
Both hosts of one-on-one here today. I don't know, this week? Next week? Okay, March.
I noted.
I was ready for Monday.
I was ready.
noted
I was
that-
ready for Monday
I ain't gonna lie.
at 4 p.m.
I noted that on Glory 93.9, a new flyer.
A new flyer. Oh, that's a
very,
new flyer.
very nice.
A lovely flyer.
Oh, that done out?
Yeah. It's very nice. You should see it. It's got your face on it.
Was the 3.5 chats.
But it didn't come with a date. It said coming soon. I was like, y'all being vague on purpose.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any hopes for Monday personally as a result of seeing that post.
Just if they could just change that time on that, that'd be.
I know he done, but the time he's come 5 o'clock anyways. He said time is too late.
I think I think the post says 5 o'clock.
No, I'm saying he's saying that's too late.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could go at like 4 o'clock.
I was
that would
trying
be
to-
perfect.
But then you come late.
Huh?
But you come late.
That's what the bishop said.
Okay.
I'm
Wise.
usually here on time. Enough time to get coffee prior to. And we walk.
Pastor Keenan sound like me.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm coming, I'm gonna have coffee and there will be a show. You know the times and locking it in. We can have a show.
I mean, that is the bishop doesn't have an appointment going on.
Some convention or something.
Oh man.
Thank God I like Mopi's company.
Whatever. I don't know all that.
Before you guys leave, I just want to get your comments in. We lost a general in the kingdom on last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if as a Bahamian you didn't grow up with evidence
that's your
on a
life.
Sunday,
Show it now.
are you even Bahamian?
Yeah. You get question that you came in. And then I mean, Delton knows. Well, I don't know if you remember how much. If you were old enough to remember how much of a Fred Price fan Lura was.
Oh no, I definitely.
Lura.
No, we had VHS.
We had videos of Fred.
What?
No, no, Fred Price was a staple in the house. I'm talking about back to Palm Beach Street.
Wow.
I was like Pinland.
He right next to No, he right next. Fred Price is right next to Finland now. Like true story.
Right next.
And at one point, Funds wasn't a big fan,
Right.
but he had to get rid of it
Yeah.
because Lura was back in that. No,
She was a loser.
no, sir.
Yeah.
We watched Fred Price,
Wow.
and it's amazing. As I got where I am now, about 7, 8 years ago, I started watching old tapes of him from back that Lura had, and I was like, Lord God, I'm teaching some of this stuff.
Wow.
No.
So it seems as though even like Lura was used of God to program us even
I
back
got
then.
you.
Because I'm hearing stuff that he taught,
subconsciously, yeah.
the old stuff. I don't remember the old stuff of Fred Price, and I'm hearing like, boy, you teaching some of these things now.
Yeah.
And of course I didn't make a connection at all.
Right.
But definitely a general in the faith. And I have one lament. I hate to say this, but I can say it in the house. This good morning.
Yeah, man, it's DMV.
I don't like the idea that, and with every respect to the family and everybody, don't give this to COVID.
What you mean?
Or
He
they
died
gave
from
this to-
COVID?
They gave us to COVID.
I didn't know that.
Conversation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
I'm hearing people say. I'm hearing that said that they said that
Oh,
he
come
had
on,
COVID. How
But
dare you? I said, how dare you give this 89-year-old gentleman the faith?
89.
89.
But honestly, the things that the post that I saw on his page from his family didn't mention it.
Yeah, somebody.
I didn't see.
I heard. But like, again, they might have been spreading rumor. I don't know. But there was two what I consider was reputable sources
Right.
that talked about him having COVID
But then
and
that's
not recovering.
That's anyway.
And my thing is, right, and this my
He's
where
89.
the
Come
body
on,
of Christ, even I can jump on the body of Christ. If he caught the flu, would we have said it? No.
No.
If he had a fever 4 years ago and passed away, it would not be in conversation. We've allowed COVID to command the hour.
Right.
We were saying something the other day, Pastor Keenan and I, that it used to be enter into his gates with thanksgiving, into his courts with praise. Now is enter into his gates with caution
And a mask.
and into
I thought he was going with mask, you know. I
Gosh,
thought he
the
was
mask.
going with mask.
like your mind now is on COVID, not on God no
Right.
more. We have established the order
Absolutely.
is all about COVID.
Yes.
The COVID is the center of my life.
Right.
and everything evolves around it.
I have to say this because if I don't say it now, I'll forget. Mommy say, well done on the masks. Mommy say, Pastor Denzel is doing the right thing. She was when she asked me how we doing, and I told her, she was like, that's right. Yes.
I
let you know.
needs to be dethroned. I totally agree.
COVID has, and the thing about it, this joker name Crown.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The name of it is Crown, and we have assisted to ensure that it runs the throne. We've put it on the throne and allow it to run everything. I'm hearing the things I'm hearing from different religious organizations, things that are being planned, and how we can be more COVID conscious. What the world is that?
Right.
Come on, man.
And this is not to minimize, because when you start to talk like this, people feel like, oh, you're being callous and careless. That's not in it, because all of us observe the protocols. You, everywhere you go, you wear a mask. When I see you when you walk in the gym in a place, you sanitize. So there's a respect for what's going on, but there's no glorification of it.
But I don't even qualify no more for people who think like you be silly. I smart than you. I've been in school longer than you. I get more degrees than you, so don't even play with me.
See, I can't say that. So I can't. All right. So I get for all that spiritual.
Sorry. Because I get so sick of now. Whenever we talk,
for the average Joe.
Whenever we talk from a spiritual place, people talk like you idiot. Come sit down with me. Bring your dictionary. Bring your science book. Bring whatever book you want to bring. And let's talk. Because
I will use quorum in a regular conversation.
You know what I'm saying? So I suck at that too. Because when you start talking faith, obviously you're dumb.
Right.
Yeah. Right. When you're talking from a spiritual place, you lack intellectual prowess. Go look it up.
And that is the stupidity of the church, though. That's why we are not respected, because we keep abandoning who we are to be accepted by these individuals. And anytime you lose your sense of self to be accepted by other people, they do not respect you.
Right.
You throw away your dignity, that's giving up your own self-respect.
Sure.
And if you give up self-respect, why should you have other respect?
That's really right.
Wow.
You know? And so that's what I appreciate about that firm stance of faith in this whole climate today. All right. But to straight from Casey Price.
Yeah.
I really don't remember. I know him well. I remember my Grammy, my mother, all them following Casey Price. I don't remember enjoying him.
No.
I didn't ever
not listen to him enjoy. I didn't know him as a child.
Because it was background noise in my house.
Casey
like it was always on.
Yes.
My mommy, your mommy and Laura, sis.
Always.
So because it was on all the time, I never listened. I never registered because it was just always like his voice is very distinct in my head. I know exactly what he sounds like.
Yeah. Oh yes. And that evidence. Oh my God. Evidence right now. I will run on you.
I think
I was so annoyed because I listened to it so much.
I tell you, I had to listen to it. I had to listen to him. I had to listen to old Fair Price like 4 or 5 years ago, and I said, "Oh my God, this is good." So that was never my concept back then. Back then, it was like, "Oh God, man,"
right?
Because that was in the era of the preaching.
There you go.
That was in the era of the preacher. I went hollering and saying, "Man,"
sir.
So I wasn't, but now when I'm
mature,
being where I am now, and listening back, I'm like, this dude was heavy.
Yes,
and he shifted the game. Man.
Yes, he did.
I remember. I think Ivy Hillier was talking about when he sent.
He's a spiritual father, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure of that, but he said he sent one of his tapes to Fred Price. And Fred Price said, "What's this?" So don't put it on there. Don't put it on the radio.
Wow.
So don't do that. Don't do that. Can I get a witness?
Oh no.
He said, "We have a witness." What you looking for a witness for?
Holy Spirit.
So you're not ready for radio yet. You stay in your church. So that's what Price told him.
General.
Can I get a witness?
General.
It's what you're looking for a witness for.
Wow.
Because you and I know that Haley used to preach.
Yes, sir.
People don't know that now, but Haley was a Baptist preacher.
Yes, sir.
So can I get a witness?
Yes.
Fred said, you stay in your house. You stay in your church.
That's powerful. Yeah. That is powerful.
You are not ready for radio.
Every time I say that, it's going to be a problem in my own head.
Right.
Honestly, for me, my mind just was like, oh my gosh, for real? What you looking for a witness?
Why you need a
wow.
witness? If you need a witness, don't say it.
Wow.
Heavy.
There's no
Heavy.
If you need a witness, if you need a witness, you shouldn't be saying it.
Oh man. Wow, that's awesome.
That's the bad. I want to say that these two men of God are good. They deserve a show. They should have a show.
They deserve a show.
In fact, we all come together and talk things.
Listen, Julie said the world is hungry. Pastors, you all need to get it together. And I would like to say we have brought them the first one-on-one for 2021. You're right here on DGMT where anything can happen. You had a whole next show. You had one-on-one in DGMT.
No, the logo that changed. If you go on Facebook now, our logo that changed. We done changed. If you look on Facebook,
very good.
We're gonna change.
Very good.
So welcome to the first episode of 101 2021.
You can say you were
just
there.
become the evolution.
That's it. You can say you were there.
You were here for the first.
You were here for the first
show
one.
of 101.
And honestly, I just whispered something to Delton. I have a topic that I'm gonna give to the refs. I'm not even gonna bring it up now. I'm gonna give it to the refs. So when they come into the studio on Monday,
We can talk about
they
it.
can talk about it.
What's topic?
No. Because once if I broach this kind of room, it's gonna bust wide open. So I can give that to you off air. So people, don't worry, we got you straight.
I was ready.
You can thank us later.
You ready?
You can thank us later because you still have your rosary on, Pastor Aquino. What time is your?
Why are we like that?
No, because honestly, I could. I'm just cautious of the time.
2 p.m.
It's 2 p.m.
It's 4
That's
p.m.
it's 4 2 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm having so much fun here.
Um,
and it'll be a very I'll be almost like Rev if I leave this night show and mother late.
But that's almost a given. That's almost a promise.
That's a given.
2 p.m. when?
Listen. These people have been sitting on these weddings for the whole of 2020. That's why February packed full of weddings. We talked about this earlier on.
It should only be 10 people there, right?
I think 20.
No, I think it's 20 now.
It's 20 now.
However,
let's
see what happens.
So let me ask you this: if you go that way in the day, and there's 70 people there, are you culpable if you carry on that 70?
No, sir.
But you're the chief official. You in charge of that. I was there.
Yeah, but I'm not a police. I'm not an law enforcement officer. I can't.
Who's a JP?
Yeah.
Oh,
You the JP?
Oh,
Pastor Denzel all them times.
hey, Roddy Munga.
It's Roddy Munga.
It's like
I didn't know what cousin.
Hey, my cousin's JP.
You see, you almost going to the African pastors now.
That eye. You see, I break eye contact. I didn't want to fool with
I
that.
ain't got no Billy. I ain't got no cups. I ain't got no nigga to give me a car. I ain't gonna touch Bahamian people. I tell them nothing for me to get cussed and beat up. No way.
But I want to know. I wonder if we are culpable. If we, let's say,
I guess we should maybe call COVID police or maybe that.
You call police people?
I'm just saying that maybe what's expected. But what could I do?
You could call COVID police.
I hear the wedding.
You just said, what can you do? You said what you could do.
I've been performing a wedding and there's more than 70. I mean, more than 20.
I'm about to do it though. So y'all, if you come now, because once I start, don't interrupt me. Don't cut me off. Once I start, don't cut me off.
Don't come here talking about it. You need to come on time.
I wonder though.
I give this praise and
how do you
tell the police? I give this praise.
That's a very good question though.
Yeah. Who is culpable?
And has not been addressed at all though. Because there's always the conversation about, this one had this amount of people, but we don't invite these people.
Right.
We don't.
But I mean, in the same way, you're expected to report your neighbor if they're having a party next door. You're expected to call the COVID police, right? Isn't that generally the narrative?
Is it the preacher's job?
Is it the pastor?
No, I mean, but you the innocent bystander, right? You didn't invite these people. You turned up and it was a big people party.
But when you get to the wedding, Rev in charge.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think Rev is supposed to call the COVID police.
Rev
in the same way, I'm supposed to call the COVID.
Rev was to call the police on any members.
That's how calling the police works.
See, that's
you only don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, that's
no. Are you Rev calling the police on any members?
No,
but this isn't like counseling where they're sharing confidential information. This isn't that.
No, but my job is to protect the sheep.
But protect the sheep by stopping them from getting in prison.
You protect 20.
Because only 20 of them is your sheep. The other 50 is their family and friends. They're not your business. I'm joking. My point is, but is that how calling police works? Well, they're my members, so them's my family. He killed her, but that's my family. Do you know what I mean? Is that how it works? Isn't you just?
He is guilty.
He did it. He even told me, but I can't. It's my family.
He ain't happy.
Like, come on.
He's my brother. He ain't happy.
Anyway, we wish you all the best.
Whoa.
And I hope this is an enjoyable wedding.
I have one coming up actually at that same location.
Right.
And I said to them, now listen what y'all do. I asked them how money you get. And we looking at this. I said, I said, bro, hold on, you know what the thing say. Now,
we had that discussion.
Yeah.
We did have that discussion.
Right.
But
they sound like Pastor Kino already know what's about to happen.
No, I'm not saying.
1,000 the closest friends.
That's his culpability has gone out.
Closest friends.
I don't know. I really don't know.
No, I go will feel.
Why Francine tell me I must sit down? What did I do?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I
think he don't want to talk no more on the pastor
I'm in
show.
the business of winning people to the kingdom.
Right.
And one of the things that happens at the weddings that I do is ministry. So I don't know if I closing that door. You know, now what I'm gonna do is make sure that they spread out, make sure that they, you know, do different things.
Capital distance,
whatever the case is. But I don't like people getting sent home when I'm about to release a word.
I just feel like
I'm about to release a word, man.
That's why you got to tell them come before you start preaching, because once you start, you're not stopping. Let them know.
Man, I get a word.
I just think whatever rules apply to every other establishment should apply to a wedding. However many people are at this venue, you know what I mean? In a school, the kids have to be a certain distance apart.
Yes,
in the church,
yes.
certain distance apart.
Yeah.
In the store, certain distance apart. Why at a wedding is it any different?
Because
on Monday.
Because in certain settings, you tend to become more social and sociable. Let's be fair.
Not at a wedding, though. Reception, not the wedding. Not the actual ceremony.
When the bride come now, we hug the bride or this and that, or we hug the groom, or we hail this.
You always hug bride?
Or I see my cousin-in-law.
Jesus,
Lord, little cousin Jerry. But she's Jerry, where you been? That's how we do.
That dancer. In our charismatic churches, you can't get no more social. Touching your neighbor, hug a friend.
And we've been doing it all this time.
That's just the whole culture. I mean, it's spiritual, but
that's my big thing. See, my big thing is that the church service is different because there's a certain atmosphere that we create in the church service. I really believe that atmosphere.
That makes you less sociable?
No, that makes you less susceptible to COVID. Because of the glory of God, the atmosphere that's created.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that.
If you ask me, I will.
I mean, you sure would, but what do you understand?
Yeah, what do you understand saying?
It may not be, but I don't know this we do here. The glory of God is here.
Because I mean, you know, I even had an argument there for the fruit.
And I'll say, I'll tell you what, PM, come on Sunday morning. Come experience this. Come. Bring all them. Bring the police.
How much months late?
Bring
that all come. Could have waited
bring Dal Regis. Bring all of them. Bring all of them. And when they walk inside, I said, listen, we understand to see the PM. And then I can say, Rabba Hashkotabad. Arise, oh God. Come for you. You know, say, I want you to open the heavens. But you know, you typically do at the weddings.
Sure. But you say the ones you do.
Oh, during the preaching, I go in. I go in. I ain't care. Yeah. So anyway,
we go back to mission past. Listen.
You gotta go.
Yeah. Make sure that's the last word. We are so grateful to have you here, Pastor Ricky.
Yeah, man.
In all sincerity.
I should come here more on Saturdays.
They invited you a long time ago. Yeah. And you said you was game, but you never showed up.
No, he said no. He doesn't see he's coming.
Huh?
He doesn't see he's coming.
Oh, he didn't see he's coming?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Don't lie in school. Don't lie in school.
It doesn't mean that I didn't want to come. I just didn't get a chance to communicate. I just get a chance to communicate my desire.
My lip is tightly sealed on this mouth.
I was coming here. Talking really.
I swear you have a long drive. Paul, you gotta come from further.
My goodness. My goodness. None of us said that though. So again, we were grateful to have our show hijacked, beautifully hijacked by one on one other than Pastor Denzel and Pastor Ricky. Listen, show finished, man.
Show is done, everybody.
The last word has been had.
Yeah.
There is nothing more to say.
Word. Thanks to those who called. To our caller.
Caller had a whole sermon on the line.
To our Facebook family, we love you all so much. Thank you all so much for tuning in and sharing and liking the show.
Today has been a jambalaya.
Yeah, it's been
a gumbo of things.
A melting pot.
A melting pot of things. And we had a topic that we wanted to bust open about current events, especially in the church world, but they'll be next week.
Yeah, because some of the pastors doing too much, and so we won't.
Apparently, some of the pastors doing too much.
They're doing a whole heap of nonsense.
And also, some of the pastors they go in to be with Jesus, and then when they're gone, it's getting a little ugly.
It's scandals coming out after they're gone.
Scandals. Shakara, you did not just come back when Pastor Denzel left. I wanted you to hear what he had to say. He was on your side, girl.
Yeah, that whole what's coming out after post. I don't like it.
So if Pastor Denzel and Pastor Aquino don't get it in one-on-one, we could be back next.
Yeah, we come and talk about it. We'll
be back next
we'll open that can up. And so until next week though. Oh, sorry folks. I changed.
Shakara said she was here the whole time. I believe you. I believe you were here and quiet.
I clicked on extra things. I apologize.
So anyway, it's been a wonderful time.
It has been
a wonderful time.
I thank all of you who are here who bared the heat of the day with us.
Bared the heat of the day, man. When the sun was high in the sky.
High in the sky. But we always encourage you to join us at Life Worship Center every Sunday morning. Service begins at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. right there at CH3's Auditorium, Minnie and Ethel Street, right by Superwash. Turn through there. I advise you to get there early, at least 15 minutes ahead of time, so you can reserve a seat.
Oh, we got the eyes. Next week is next week. There's a possibility we may not have another episode of DGMT as we have commitments.
Yeah,
Minister Delton and Minister Vera have commitments,
we have tournaments,
so it will have to be.
Or we might do a late. I know.
We might do a late. We might do an afternoon.
We might do a dinner tea.
Or we could just bust in on Wednesday to one-on-one.
On that show.
Big people party.
If they have a show, I don't mean Wednesday, maybe Monday though. I didn't mean Wednesday. I mean Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
So if they have a show, we might just jump on that show. But
what are our takeaways, Delton?
Our takeaways are that whole idea of everything in moderation is a lie.
Lies you tell. Lies you tell.
Some things
not
are lawful,
but
they're not expedient.
Some things are lawful, not expedient. However, on some matters that to the naked Christian eye, seem scandalous, maybe let's get some more information.
Yeah.
Let's get our research in and gain understanding. In all our getting, get understanding.
And we want to make sure that we are aware of the TCA. I don't forget already. Delta 9.
D9T.
D9.
TCP.
TCP.
Oh no, TCP is disinfectant. That's the wrong thing. TCB. HTC. And CBD. There we go.
And so make sure we have our information right. Medical marijuana. And we talked about that. Our takeaway from that is we're going to wait and see what's going to happen. We don't know the financial benefits for that's going to happen for the country yet. We're going to wait and we're going to see, and we're going to be hopeful and stay away from the weed.
And also, my final takeaway is do good prayers.
Do good prayers on the altar, away from the altar.
Good
and
praise.
Come early to church.
Rev is not in a compromising position.
Come early to church. That's takeaway. Takeaway is come early to church. What was again?
We wrapping up.
Wow, yeah. Oh, the guy. Julianne said Jesus
is my vaccine.
Jesus is a vaccine.
Julianne, for me, that goes without saying. That goes without saying.
Nah.
I want to ask your callers.
You ask your callers on your show. You'll ask your callers on your show. No. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I can turn my camera around. So Pastor Denzel could be. Pastor Denzel, I really
go ahead.
You got to go ahead.
I mean, Pastor Denzel doesn't know what was going on in the back of my.
Yeah, what's happening back here?
Wow. Don't worry, it's fine.
All right, no problem.
We don't sign off our show, so now it's over to you, sir.
No, I don't, but y'all leave me there.
No, we leave you there.
No.
We walk together. I mean, you on camera now.
Camera. Hey, everybody. Yeah, how y'all feel about vaccine? It's 20-something of y'all online, and some on your page too.
Yeah.
And I guess where else they are. How much y'all taking vaccines?
We did put that conversation on the back burner. We said we were coming back to it about the vaccine.
Oh, we did.
We had one of our medical experts here at DGMT talking about it. It's take the vaccine. What's wrong with the vaccine? Nothing wrong with the vaccine. They take the flu vaccine every year.
Who does?
One of our medical experts here.
Oh, okay. We have a lot of medical experts that log on to DGMT.
And so I think the vaccine topic, I think there are some people now that are starting to come on board. I think a lot of people want to travel.
Rich, first of all, good afternoon. Because he just reached. And he makes sure he want us know I ain't taking no vaccine.
He said that now.
I think
Richie said now until he gets
Thank you. Julie said only if I need it for the carnival, I'm taking it. And I think the reality of that is becoming more and more. It's becoming more and more.
That's why I say for Richie Rich,
you're restrict the because if you can't eat in a restaurant now without getting tested.
Carnival don't tell Julie she need a vaccine.
Yeah, Carnival done said Julie. No, I don't think we prepare for
Carnival done tell you need a vaccine already.
Yeah.
That whole cruise situation.
They made a statement say without vaccine and happening.
Wow. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I remember it's hip to hop to the Bahamas.
Hip to hop.
You already know what that is.
Hip to hop.
It's hip to hop to the Bahamas. I'll cruise these 700 island rocking keys.
On Lake
Eminent Seafood.
No cruise if you don't get a vaccine.
Yeah, and I could see. I was watching a prophetic show yesterday. Some prophets that were on,
Oh,
And,
it's a prophetic
based
show.
on what they was, yeah, this is given a prophetic forecast.
Okay.
And if they are accurate, these are some prophets who were accurate concerning COVID, and accurate concerning the election. They weren't one of they weren't the Trump prophets. There's some other prophets, and they were talking about several the failure, the actual recall of the vaccines, and they gave a date for it as well, because it's going to be so many strains that come out that they realize that this makes no sense. We have to revisit this whole idea, not because people are dying, but because we realize that
it ain't working.
It's not working.
The strains, and so what's going to happen? I mean, of course, what's going to happen is they're going to create these boosters. Yeah, all these bunch of different boosters that you got to take
if you've taken it already.
Right, and their forecast is that things won't clear up until 2024, the end of 2024. That's what they're forecasting.
I ain't gonna lie, I can say what's in my brain because it's DGMT. I feel like we've agreed this isn't the mark of the beast. This isn't the Antichrist. This vaccine, it ain't it, right? I kind of feel like if this is the test run and it coming soon at some point, let me take this vaccine because I can need to travel as much as I can before that real thing come out. Because when that real thing come out, I ain't even gonna be able to leave my house. So let me take this so I can go on a little cruise. Because once we do get the real thing, you won't be able to buy bread. So buy all the bread you can buy now. Do all the cruise you could do now with the vaccine. That isn't it. So, it's not working. It's not the mark. It's nothing really, but an inconvenience. Apparently, sounding like more and more.
Yeah, but I can see more and more persons if the scare, and I think that's where the church comes in, man. We cannot be given into this fear that's attached to. If it continues to overwhelm the people, then the controls that are put in place are going to be more and more stringent, and more people can say, you know what, if you're going to vaccine, come in here. It's going to happen if we keep this fear mongering. And the church, to me, we have to be so careful. And I understand about being responsible, but we have to be prayerful and spiritual, because if this message continues to go out there, this fear of COVID-19 continues to go, people are going to take measures. Whenever we're afraid, we do things to protect ourselves.
Like we're going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Like we could be sold anything because we're scared.
Absolutely. When fear moves in, rationalism moves out. Yep.
I mean, some silent partners are really piping up. They must see was waiting on us to talk about the vaccine. Good afternoon, Monita. How are you, my dear?
Nina Mo said Jesus is a vaccine.
And then she says she don't trust the speed of this rollout. Feels like they are running human trials without the human trials. My God.
But I mean, the thing is that there's no way around that argument that if they take, I have no problem with them speeding up the production. My thing is, but you cannot speed up the assessment. How do you speed up assessment? God controls the times and the seasons. You can't speed up. You can speed up how you created the process system. You could do that. You could put all your energy in it and make the vaccine. I agree with that. Yeah, of course.
Tell me I was
but how in the world do you speed up the analysis?
I know. How does someone respond to this?
Yeah,
3 months later, 4 months later.
Are you going to speed up? How does a pregnant woman, how's a child going to come out once you have the vaccine?
Yeah.
She can need time to get pregnant.
How does it affect?
But I mean, vaccines that have been developed in the past in response to like pandemics.
You can't tell me that. So except that, because everything you tell me is that this corona ain't nothing like that in the past.
No. That's not what I was. That's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is, do they ever assess them to that extent? Do they ever wait that long to see the effect on a pregnant woman's child in some years' time? I don't feel like many vaccines do.
Usually 5 years.
Yeah, they should do at least long test runs, because you got to test if you have this kind of disease, how does it affect you? If you have this kind of blood type, how does it affect you?
What is happening now? What typically happens is they say to Vera, okay, now we need to test this thing. We give you $1.09
to test it on you.
Yeah, because you married, you get ready to get pregnant. You want to sign up?
I mean, in the UK, all the first people to get tested were old and very close to death. Anyhow, all the people that had it first, not let me say tested, all the first people to get vaccinated were the people in the and whatnot.
So you sign a waiver?
Yeah, you sign a waiver, and they might even give you $1.09.
Yeah,
to do a little wipe, and that's what's up. We doing it without the $1.09, without the waiver.
I think the reality is, wherever you stand on vaccines, taking it, not taking it, it's come out too fast, it doesn't work. We have to be aware of the reality that without the vaccine, there will be certain restrictions. Do you understand what I mean? Like life for people with a vaccine who have taken the vaccine, and life for people who haven't taken the vaccine. There's going to be some distinction.
Absolutely.
Right. And
Absolutely.
I think that's once you see that, once you're aware of that, make your decision prayerfully, still full of faith.
Yeah. I don't go on roller coasters, but I don't envy people who do. And I don't judge them. They like roller coasters. There's people who have no problem. They have no problem. So I think in the vaccine. Me, I ain't getting. I just going to merry-go-round.
What? I don't even know you.
They's going.
I don't go there either. You know, I just watch people go on things. So I mean, those who want to go and do it, I don't think nothing's wrong with them. They're not spiritual.
You just came to do your survey. It sounds like the vast majority of people who are signing out of DGMT at this time are not pro-vaccine.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
Yeah, I see like our followers, they're not doing that.
They're not on that run. At this point in time.
Right
now, okay, no, look at Indianapolis.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Vaccine. So I think that I don't know who's going to roll out. I
didn't figure what you tried to do.
It worked before.
It worked before. I was like, let me watch this movie. But I play I see. Just
use the water though. You can just use the water. You don't need the cup.
No, the surface of the water is more slidey.
But
it's more plasticky.
It's more weight there, so
we're signing out anyway.
Anyway, folks, once again, I invite you to join us in Life Worship Center tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., 11 a.m., where the man over there, past year, over the next side.
Two people over.
Two people over. He's going to be preaching tomorrow.
That way.
We're talking about jealousy tomorrow, I believe. That was spirit of jealousy.
We're going to be talking about jealousy tomorrow and the spirit of jealousy.
Wow.
You might want to tune in.
Yeah. Be a good idea. And if you come into the house,
we wouldn't just expose those who say, like, the couple people who say, you know, okay,
you've moved away from the mic.
Couple people who say, just hearing that is now, but let's word it for me. I need you to be there.
It's definitely for you.
Because I promise you this for you. The whole spirit of jealousy.
What
it does to us.
Well, so tune in.
So tune in tomorrow. Be there tomorrow.
8 a.m.
And then throughout the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Valentine is coming.
I didn't think about Valentine.
I mean,
it does maturity.
Yeah,
so that's right.
I know my pastor well.
No, I can do it because you know I get pulling.
Right.
And that's why. I
can avoid it.
That's why, because I know you well, I actually had no clue which way you were going to go. Because I know you well enough to know you like a good love talk. I also know you well enough to know you ain't moving from this maturity till we matured. Yeah. So this week I was placing bets in my mind with myself. You think he can do it, Vera? Do you think he's going to give that love talk? We wouldn't mind it though.
I know.
Because we're going to come back next week to be matured as well.
No, you need to mature before you fool that love thing.
Definitely be before love.
Yeah.
You definitely be mature.
This happened today in the Bahamas.
No, Dwayne.
I get the thing.
No fall for drop.
So anyway, DGMT is.
Whoa.
This today.
How did you click it? Because I'm clicking it and it's not opening it.
I have iPhone.
Which means you want to open up enough. Let's open it again.
No, because look, it's not a link. Do you know what I mean? It's not coming up as a link. Let me see, please. I want to see. I want to see. Dwayne, send it to my phone, please.
Somebody to say to these I didn't say these horn blowers, man. If you can be blowing your horns, right? Because y'all need to get the little bell covers.
The horns?
Yeah, like what the UF boys be doing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, somebody need to say that for these guys who want to do these little jumping stuff. Get the bell covers, man. Because that spit has come flying on the belts.
Oh yeah.
I think this you know, and y'all and this is the same person will tell you all the Holy Ghost got us covered. We believe in the presence of God. But this right here, this right here, no man, it's not wisdom.
Let me see. Stop
this morning.
Yeah, the Russell this morning.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yikes!
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Oh my
man!
Where is
at least get the bell outside church.
What the bell covers can do, President?
No, it keeps the spit in the horn.
At this point in time, they had skin on skin. Spit in the horn is nothing. Spit in the horn is irrelevant. That's the least of the problem. You and me, Robin, sweat. President.
They ain't touch it.
Okay.
They ain't touch it.
If they take one step, left, right, or back, all the dominoes are going to fall down.
Anyway.
My thing is the people who stream this stuff, y'all want to be defiant. Go on ahead. Why are you being defiant and making it?
Posting it.
I want it to go viral.
Everybody's doing it now. It's no longer a fair factor of doing it.
Oh man.
Everyone's having their large events and posting it online, and like, I think there's this apathy that's happening now.
No, and I'm a victim of it too. Like,
hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Have a ball.
I just made mask.
You wear mask? I still forget mask. I don't know how.
I mean, you say you wear your mask as if to say where you could go without your mask. You have to have your mask on for most places. So it's kind of like it's just part of everyday life now at this point in time.
And I say we the glasses crew. So anyway, guys, like I said about 20 minutes ago, we're gone
for real now. For real. Bye bye.
So everybody, y'all have a good day. Have a God-filled day, glory-filled day. Keep it on to Glory 93.9 FM. Of course, our shows come back your way next week. Monday, 9 a.m. is National Access with Adrian Francis and Jeanette Saunders Camp. And then at 11 a.m., Michelle Malcolm and Global Paradigm Shift. Marisha is back on with midday afternoonish glory. Afternoonish glory.
A sprinkle of afternoon. And Girl Talk is back this week too.
Girl Talk, I don't know.
On
she
Thursday.
Put a date.
She did. She put Thursday, 4:30.
Okay.
Thursday
so Girl
the
Talk is
18th,
gonna be back.
4:30. So we're really only just waiting for dates for one-on-one.
So one-on-one and a possible barbershop talk that's still being asked about.
We talking barbershop talk.
Yes, sir.
It's being considered.
The people are what? Hungry.
Yeah. All right. And so keep it locked to Glory 93.9.
We get the boy, no, like put it in the corners.
In the corners, you put them in the corners, yeah. To keep the social physical distance thing.
I mean, if you came away from the tables, probably could get in like 9. No, you could go. I mean, like, go on any offline.
Yeah.
All right.
So
all right.
And of course, the General Convention of the High Church of God begins next week, Wednesday, through to Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. It's powerful nights and powerful speakers are lined up for this week's convention of the High Church of God, on which let me put it back on the screen. On which this pastor, put him in the middle. That's
in case you couldn't make the connection, he's actually putting on the face he has on the flyer
of the bishop.
Right.
All right. So the General Superintendent of the High Church of God is going to give us opening address, national address, and bringing the word on Wednesday night. And then we have Bishop Carvin Bain, the first assistant general. All right, I did take off camera now. The first assistant general superintendent will be Thursday. Friday is man, you got that. The Friday, we'll have another member of the one-on-one team. Pastor Rakito Monker will be bringing the word on Friday night. And a Sunday night, our communion service is bringing with me Bishop Eric Josie. I'll be having a Sunday morning broadcast from Cooper Stairs Highway Church of God that will be aired live on the. I mean, you can carry it if you want to, sir. I think you probably should. Which we carry live over the National Broadcasting Station. And there's a Thursday midday service with Apostle Raymond Wells for Earl and Water.
Yes,
we invite all of you to come on there. That begins at 12 p.m. a.m. noon. And Friday, there's going to be a discussion on all matters of what we're talking about here in the country. We might talk about this legalization of the weed, marijuana. We'll talk about natural resources and all the stuff that affects us as Bahamians and all around the world. And so keep it locked to Glory 93.9 FM, and for more updates and more, I think we're going to be trying to stream some of the events live from the convention on Glory 93.9 FM. And of course, it'll be live on Facebook. So keep it locked to Glory 93.9 FM. As for me and my house, myself personally, as for Vera Akko Wilson, and for Pastor Bishop Denzel Roll, we bid you adieu. We bid you good night.
So long, farewell,
so long, bye. So long, bye. I don't know if it's good. It's very deep. Yeah. And so we gone, folks. Y'all have a good day. We are out of here. Broadcast is ending now.